home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper in Hawaii. The water is rising quickly on Oahu due to flooding, and thousands of residents in towns north of Honolulu have been told to evacuate. Hawaii Governor Josh Green.
There have been some rescues directly from rooftops. There have been rescues in some camp areas. There was one camp group. As you know, this is spring break for the public schools. There was a group of 70 people that were surrounded by water up at a campsite up on the North Shore.
Officials have been watching dam levels since a storm last week dumped heavy rain across the state, which led to catastrophic flooding that washed away roads and homes. Just in, a jury holds Elon Musk liable for misleading investors during his Twitter takeover while absolving him of some of the fraud allegations. There is a mess at some airports around the nation as a growing number of TSA agents quit or call in sick due to the partial government shutdown. CBS's Allison Keyes.
I don't see pre-check on your boarding pass. Okay.
Sad words for a traveler to hear standing in an impossibly long line at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. But this woman is thinking about the TSA employees.
I feel bad for the people that work here. They have to deal with all this.
She says she understands why TSA agents are calling out and quitting, especially what with the crazy conditions at the airport.
I've never seen it this busy before.
Allison Keyes, CBS News.
A judge has sided with the New York Times in a challenge to a policy limiting reporters' access to the Pentagon. Multiple sources briefed on the discussions have told CBS News that Pentagon officials are making preparations for deploying U.S. ground forces to Iran. CBS's Eleanor Watson.
Pentagon officials have made detailed preparations for potentially deploying U.S. ground forces into Iran, according to multiple sources who have been briefed on the discussions. Senior military commanders have submitted specific requests aimed at preparing for such an option as President Trump weighs the next move in the conflict with Iran.
Federal prosecutors are asking a judge to drop charges against two Louisville officers tied to the raid that killed Breonna Taylor. The officers, Joshua Janes and Kyle Meany, have been charged with falsifying parts of the warrant used to enter Taylor's apartment in March 2020. Police shot Taylor after they broke down her door serving a no-knock warrant. After undergoing repairs, the NASA Artemis II rocket has returned to the launch pad at the Kennedy Space Center for a possible April launch. CBS News space consultant Bill Harwood.
This flight's really the first step in NASA's road back to the moon. They're hoping to launch a test flight next year in Earth orbit to test new lunar landers being built by SpaceX and Blue Origin. And if those flights go well, NASA hopes to launch one and possibly two moon landing missions in 2028, but it's going to be very difficult.
This is CBS News.
The stars shine brighter on CBS Mornings.
This is a slam dunk.
So cute.
Gail came in singing for me today.
On CBS Mornings.
Coming up, rising rivers leading to flood warnings around the region. That's after Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
This one brought to us by the KIRO Newsradio App. In Renton, we cleared that long-term collision, South 405 and Northeast 44th. It's on the right shoulder now. It's packed from mid-Bellevue down to 112th, and then it opens up for you. Bellevue to Renton, we're still hanging steady at a 40-minute trip. North 405, now stop and go from South Center through the Renton S-curve, starting right there off I-5. South Center to Bellevue, 25 minutes. Here in Seattle, North 5, back up start between at the Michigan curve up to the Ship Canal. About 40 minutes now to get through downtown Seattle. South 5 not doing too bad. You're going to slow at Lake City Way in the downtown. Seattle to Federal Way has gone up to 35 minutes. You got a typical backup starting at Interurban Avenue. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway is a 40-minute commute. And Tacoma to Olympia continues to struggle. We're heading the wrong way. We're approaching 1 hour and 55 minutes. You've got a 4-mile hefty backup through JBLM that starts near Thor Lane, and then more scattered slowing between Lacey and Olympia. And in Bellingham, North 5 were closed at North Lake Samish Drive due to a mudslide. No estimated time to reopen. Text app to 888-973-5476 and download the KIRO News Radio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. Major flooding is expected along the Snohomish River through Saturday morning near Monroe and in the city of Snohomish. This follows days of persistent rain, but meteorologist Deb McMillan with the National Weather Service says relief is in sight.
The situation, fortunately, appears to be improving. Now, as we go into the weekend, things will trend drier and we will see that threat decrease.
But hazards remain as flood warnings stretch across multiple rivers, some lasting into Sunday. Weather Service also warns of increased landslide potential. KIRO 7 TV's DD Sun reports a mudslide right now is blocking I-5 northbound near Bellingham.
This is just south of Bellingham at Lake Samish Road. Trees and boulders are covering the highway in 2 spots. You can see the mess there. WashDOT says engineers are out assessing the situation this morning. There's still no estimate on when this highway will reopen.
Rising gas prices are not just hurting drivers. Dylan Honcoop with Save Family Farms says they're also driving many farms to the brink.
The costs keep stacking up, and they have to decide how much longer can we keep doing this, and will this be the one that finally ends our family's legacy after potentially many generations.
He says many farmers are still recovering from the impacts of tariffs and labor issues. State agriculture officials confirming bird flu in a Skagit County domestic chicken flock, the first such case this year. And with spring migration underway, they say the risk of spread is increasing. Lime Scooters will be watching your riding habits in Seattle starting this June. Company is rolling out something called Lime Vision, AI-enhanced cameras that can tell if you're riding a bike in a bike lane or a streets. Downtown Seattle Association CEO John Scholes talked about it recently.
Lime Vision is coming to half the fleet by June, a system that, well, you'll get in trouble if you ride on the sidewalk.
And Lime tells GeekWire those scooters will sound an alert if you're on the sidewalk and tell you to stop. Now to your weather updates. We are looking at increasing sunshine this afternoon, but again, those rivers are still rising. We have plenty of showers over the mountains right now, drying out for this weekend and highs in the mid-50s. Right now, 55 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio App. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Hi, you've reached the John Curley Show.
Yes.
Listener introduction line.
Yes,
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you enjoy the show. Thank you.
Wonderful surprises.
Hey, kicking off the John Curley Show, it's like making pasta.
Yeah.
You just take a bunch of it, throw it against a window, and see what sticks. Have I been making pasta wrong this whole time? It always comes out crunchy.
No.
Just kidding, man. I know how to make pasta. What you do is you boil a pot of water, you stick the spaghetti noodles in there, and then when they're all nice and done, you take them out, you roll them up into a ball, then you hop into the shower, and you chew on it while you're in the shower.
Way back. Woo! Wow. Taking me back. My bachelor days, yeah. Ball of pasta in the shower. Time.
Yum!
Good use of time management. Here's Aaron's looking at me like I got two heads all of a sudden.
I've heard that story referred to, but I've never actually heard it.
I've never heard of the story.
I used to just, like if I was in a rush, you just make the pasta, you run it cold water, get all the extra starch off, then you form it into a ball. You don't have to put sauce on it. You just like about a size of a softball.
Okay.
And then you can get in the shower and eat it if you want.
Why the shower?
Because I was moving quickly and I didn't really have a lot of time, and it was in my hand. I'm like, okay, I could probably eat this and shower at the same, but didn't use it as a loofah sponge or something. But just one day I thought, I wonder if I could really just be more efficient with my time. And then, yeah, it's a time saver. But yeah, at a certain point, you're like, okay, this is gross when you're in there.
A little bit.
Yeah, it works. You can do it.
Lives on.
There we go. How about that, Gary? Remember? I got a little excited there for a moment. All right, let's see. I gotta look at this. Is like what, 40 pages of. I was thinking, and take you back to Vienna, 1847, and then we're gonna do a little Zen talk, everybody. But I think in the end, I think we'll all be smarter for it. Semmelweis. I guess I can make sure I get the guy's name right. Let's see. I love this. I don't know if you guys know who the rapper, the Afro Man is.
then I got high. That's, I guess, his big song. Yeah. Well, the police, somebody reported that the Afro man was selling drugs, had some sort of torture basement set up, and they went in on his house on a warrant, and the rest is musical history and great fun. I like when they got the cop on the stand. He should write another song at this point. The good news is
he has
freedom of speech continuing for everybody. And Chuck Norris, although they used to say when he cuts an onion, the onion cries. Chuck Norris, R.I.P. for Chuck at the age of 86. And I met him once. I met a guy that worked on that show, Texas Ranger, and his job involved a shovel. More on that later. The answer will shock you. Gassy old lady. Gassy. There you go. Todd Myers joins us, although he might not want to right after that. What's he got? What's he want to do? He's, crazy. You know, he keeps battling the Department of Ecology, asking for, can you please give us the data on how much CO2 is being reduced? Can you please give us the data? And one of the, I don't know who has somebody some official there is like, it might have been a judge, said, well, they haven't been giving you the data for years and years and years, so they don't have to start now, even though legally they're supposed to do it. That's a great way, you know. Well, the guy's been committing crimes for years. Yeah. There's no reason we should start to enforce it now. That's not right. No. And let's see. This guy, we didn't get him on, though, did we? He's not going to come on.
Not yet.
But this is the guy, if you want to buy a car, he is so good at calling car dealerships, he's thinking about having to get AI to change his voice because as soon as he calls the car dealer, they hang up on him. Why? The answer will shock you.
Wow, that's a tease.
Let's see. I don't care about that one. Oh, is he going to come on? The guy that saved the day with the bus?
Yes.
Did you talk to him?
No.
Whew. All we know is Ernie Mackinson has been described by officials as an interesting character. Well, we have lots of room on the show for interesting characters. That's coming up at 5 o'clock. And then still pauses. Yeah, so the mayor decides, we're going to take a better look at this surveillance camera stuff because she said some people won't like the decision, other people will like the decision. And Thurston County has decided they're going to, don't forget, I forget what year it was the whole world was supposed to burn up. Was it like a couple of years ago we were all supposed to be dead? Anyway, in Thurston County, they've decided they're going to make sure that they're able to cool the Earth's temperature by also screwing over people that want to sell a house. Do we get anybody to come on and talk about that?
Not yet.
What is this not yet stuff? The show moves. It has an energy. It's a living thing. It's like it's like a shark.
It's
you keep saying, yeah, but you keep saying, not yet. The shark's moving along the water. You don't go, hey, did the shark eat that? No, not yet. He's not going back. He's moving forward.
But the food might move too. These things might change. I put lineup subject to change in the email that I sent you.
I don't read.
That's true.
Plus the know-it-all quiz is going to come back.
Yes.
Okay, all of that. Oh, I forgot the music. Hang on. That's enough. All right, you ready? Get this. Semmelweis. Got it. Okay, I was thinking, if you're one of those people that seems to believe that possibly rich people will leave the state of Washington, you might have to go in an insane asylum. You might be a victim of Semmelweis effect. Now, what is that, you ask? Well, let me take you back to your friends, to Vienna, 1846. Andrew, if you'd be so kind. A young doctor by the name of Semmelweis, that's his last name, was deeply troubled by the fact that there was a high mortality rate when women were giving birth there. Often they would die a couple days later of something known as childbirth fever. 1 in 3 women would succumb to this. 1 in 3. That was at the highest it was. So Dr. Semmelweis discovered that doctors that delivered babies had more women dying than midwives that were delivering the babies. But why? He said. But why? I can't do a Viennese accent.
But why?
But why? Here is what he discovered. Ready? Doctors would go from doing autopsies to delivering babies. They would go about 3 or 4 flights up the stairs and go to the mother's side. When they would deliver the babies, about 2 days later, the moms would die. So Semmelweis experimented with something really radical, so revolutionary. He was met with resistance and mockery and institutional humiliation. The young doctor simply wanted doctors to wash their hands. Hit it, Andrew. Didn't quite have the musical effect I was hoping for.
Good enough.
Good enough. Before proceeding to the bedsides of delivering mothers, he believed the germs present on the hands of the doctors would infect the mothers, but nobody wanted to believe him. The study of germs was still not quite understood in those days. And try as he could, he failed over and over again. So finally, he's like, forget that, I'm moving to Hungary. So he moves to Hungary, and he sets up his own clinic there. I'm getting around to the millionaire stacks in a second. He sets it up over there, and the maternity death was about 1,000% less that was happening in the previous hospital that he worked in Vienna. He knew he was onto something. The statistics backed him up, but said nobody would listen to him. And he kept hearing about more and more women dying in Vienna. And it basically led him to be depressed, deeply depressed and agitated. So one day, his wife and a bunch of fellow doctors are like, come with us. We want you to come back to Vienna. There's a new clinic that's opening. We want you to work there. It would be great if you'd work there. So they walk in there, and Semmelweis quickly realizes, whoa, wait a minute. This is not a new clinic. This is an insane asylum. Wait, are you putting me in an insane asylum? Sure enough, that was the plan. 2 guards grab him. They beat him up pretty good. They cut his hand, and they put him into a straitjacket, and they throw him into a cell. And in there, well, he gets sepsis. And then within 2 days, he dies on the floor of the cell. All he wanted to do was have doctors listen to him and realize that if you just wash your hands, maybe these bad things wouldn't happen. But the establishment, the institutions, wouldn't listen to him. Why? Well, now we move to another thing, so we'll take the music off for 1 second. What that happens is these institutions had what is known as the full cup of knowledge. It's best demonstrated when a man went to go see a Zen master and said, Zen master, how can I better understand Zen? And the master starts to explain to him, and every time he'd start to explain, the man goes, I know. And then the Zen master would stop after being interrupted, and he'd start again. And the man goes, I know that. So the Zen master gets fairly frustrated, but keeps his cool because he's a Zen master. He says, let's have a cup of tea instead. So they go over to the little table there, and there's a cup there, and it's empty. And the Zen master starts to pour the tea into the cup. And he's pouring and pouring. It fills the cup, and now is going all over the table, and now it's on the floor, it's on his pants. And the man says, what are you doing? Stop, the cup is full. And the Zen master says, exactly. That is your problem. You have come in here with a full cup. You have no more room for new knowledge. You need to empty your cup as you are going to learn new things. Just like the doctors in Vienna were unable to empty their cup. They thought they knew everything, and nothing was going to stop them from coming up with new knowledge. So it's important to start every beginning of a learning process with an empty cup. It's okay. You're not really giving up anything. You could possibly learn new things because you might end up like...
I don't think that there's going to be any significant change in...
It's a full cup on this guy.
Taxpayer location as a result of the passage of the tax.
That's right, Mr. Peterson. How about this one? How's your cup?
The idea that we have capital flight, I have not seen any evidence of that whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of tea on the floor.
There's a myth floating around.
Oh, it's a myth.
Today and yesterday. That capital will leave Washington. This whole concept of capital flight.
Mm-hmm. So there's all these people, those folks you just heard from, they seem to know everything. Here is the governor of New York back in 2002. Kathy Hochul says,
just jump on a bus and head down to Florida where you belong, okay? Get out of town. Get out of town. Because you don't represent our values. You are not New Yorkers.
Just like you can wash away germs by washing your hands, unfortunately, you can't wash away the internet. I'm sure the good governor would like to see this disappear because this was just 2 days ago.
I need people who are high net worth to support the generous social programs that we want to have in our state. But maybe the first step should be go down to Palm Beach and see who you can bring back home, because our tax base has been eroded. So I have to look at the fact that we are in competition with other states who have less of a tax burden on their corporations and their individuals. You know, Wall Street businesses looking at Texas, they're not going there because they have a nicer governor. I know that for sure. But they're going there because of the tax rate. We have to be smart about this.
Mm-hmm. So now you know that the rich leave. So now you realize that some simple adjustments like washing your hands might help, or just having an empty cup in order to have new knowledge come in. Maybe the rest of us all be an insane asylum somewhere, and the evidence will prove us correct. I have heard from friends, many, and not always rich people. My buddy said, please don't say my name on the air, sent me the big plan that they've got. I spoke to my friend Fred today. It's happening. Not just the super rich, but even businesses that have C Corps that are going to hit by this thing. But, again, we hear from, these lawmakers.
The idea that we have capital flight, I have not seen any evidence of that whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. As I enjoy a cup of tea, Joe.
You're drinking tea.
Yeah. That poor guy, Semmelweis, the only thing he got out of it was, well, he did get people to finally realize, 20 years later or something, hey, maybe we should wash our hands. There's that. Plus, there's also, they named the effect after him. It's called the Semmelweis reflex, which is you are not open to new ideas because it makes you have to give up all your old ideas to make room for the new ones. The Semmelweis effect, or reflex. Poor guy.
Well, he saved lives in the long run. Kind
of. He did, yeah, for the people that were in Hungary, but not in Vienna. Yeah. Imagine that. Like, maybe if you wash our hands. And they're like, I've never heard of such a crazy thing.
Blasphemous.
Yes, crazy. And then that's nuts. By the way, are you going to eat that donut? I think I'd like to finish it off. You're like, go ahead, touch it with your dirty hands. I don't care. I'm not going to touch it. All right, here comes Nate. Check your traffic, Nathan.
Did you know Chuck Norris had a diary? A diary, I say.
No, I didn't know that.
It's called the Guinness Book of World Records. All right, Bellevue to Renton, we've improved a 20-minute commute right where we ought to be. South 405 still packed from about Southeast 8th down to the VMAC. In Renton, off the main line, we've got a water main break that has shut down Hauser Way at Main Avenue. This is right near the Veterans Memorial Park. Here in Seattle, North 5, backups between the Michigan Curve and Ship Canal Bridge. 40 minutes to get through this. South 5, you're packed at 85th to the Convention Center. Seattle to Everett and Bellevue to Everett are both 40-minute commutes. Once you get into Everett to Marysville, another 15 minutes with scattered backups between 526 and 529. Both lake bridges here in Seattle between Bellevue and Seattle are all clear. And Tacoma to Olympia continues to climb, an hour and 5-minute trip now. You've got this really hefty 4-mile backup through JBLM starting near Thorn Lane. Just volume here, and then more scattered slowing between Lacey and Olympia. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate. Oh, I get it. Let's see. If you are going to be doing some spring cleaning and you're going to do the old thing where you put the one box there and that's going to be throw it out, that's going to be recycle, maybe you donate away and you're going to keep the rest of the stuff, and still you have way too much stuff, and you're thinking, maybe we just get one of those storage units or something. Well, that adds up every single month until eventually you can't even remember what's in the storage unit. That's a waste of money. You know what would be a better way to do it? Why not have experts like Closets by Design to come into your house, to look around and say, you know what, we could create storage here, here, and here. We could redo this closet. We could give you more room in the garage, and you will have all the storage you want, and you won't have to pay for any sort of additional storage. And the great thing is you're going to reduce all the stress that comes with having a whole bunch of stuff laying all over the place. So Closets by Design, come in, just like they did to the barn in Cle Elum for us like 6 months ago. Do the same thing in your house. They're private, they're family owned. They've been around for 22 years. They know exactly what they're doing. And the great thing is, it's truly customized without the giant price. They're going to give you 40% off plus 15% off and free installation. That's 1-800-BY-DESIGN. That's 1-800-BY-DESIGN. That's closetsbydesign.com.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
Seattle's new mayor is laying out a big vision.
She offered few specifics.
Engaging conversation.
Has anybody noticed their electric bill? It's diabolical, Ursula.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Mariners fans, the 2026 season is officially on deck. And Cal, Julio, and the defending AL West champs are ready to feed off your energy at T-Mobile Park. Be here for every monster home run.
There it is, number 60. The magical tour of Cal Raleigh just continues.
Every 100-mile-per-hour heater.
And he throws it and the ball game's over. Andres Munoz has simply been incredible.
Every clutch moment.
A bases clearing, 3-run double by Josh Naylor. Holy smokes, the Mariners have the lead.
It's going to be an epic 50th season, and you won't want to miss it. Mariners baseball. Trident's up.
Lock in your spot for the season with a Mariners Reserved membership. Get the best seats at the best prices for 20 games of the whole slate. Plus, enjoy perks like guaranteed postseason access, year-round savings, no ticket fees, and more. Memberships start under $500. Find your plan at mariners.com/26.
It's a bully, but we aren't afraid of a fight. It's elusive, but our focus never fades. It's deadly, but we were born to defeat cancer. You may not have heard of us, but our work has helped millions impacted by cancer. We are the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. We are leaders in advancing breakthroughs in immunotherapy, genomics, and personalized medicine. This research saves lives. After 65 years of fighting blood cancers, we've arrived at a game-changing belief. The cures for cancer are in our blood. The drugs and treatments we've developed for blood cancers have helped people affected by many different types of cancers. We are the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Beating cancer is in our blood. Learn more at LLS.org.
Remember that time we were driving through France and for some reason we didn't have GPS?
Oh, for some reason? That reason would be that you didn't plug your phone in because you didn't have a charger.
Yeah, because I let you borrow my phone so you could call your mother, and you're on the phone for like 30 minutes telling her where we are. But that aside, we didn't know where we were going. We did fight a little bit because we didn't know where we were going. I think that Longevity Medical Clinic is like the GPS for us. They tell us which turns to make. They tell us which directions to go, right?
They do. And now I feel like the two of us together have a clear path and we have more control over our own health care.
Right, exactly. So you don't have to get out of the car and try to find information somewhere. It's all right there. As you're aging, all the little sort of turns you have to make in order to be able to have lots of energy and to enjoy your life. So for as far as I'm concerned, Longevity Medical Clinic is our GPS. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. It is still an active scene in Everett where a man died overnight in an officer-involved shooting. Police say they shot that man after trying to de-escalate the situation as he was firing a gun into the air. KIRO 7 TV's Jason Sloss has more.
Evelyn Sanchez lives down the street and says her mother woke up to the gunfire.
She said it scared her pretty bad. She didn't know what was going on.
No officer was hurt in the shooting. It's unclear whether the man shot at officers or how many officers fired their weapons.
That shooting happened near Emerson Elementary and St. Mary Magdalene School. They were both closed for the day today. Gas prices on the rise again, jumping about 25 cents in just the past week. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey.
Drivers like Matt are just angry.
A little bit pricey.
The average price per gallon across the country is $3.91. In Washington, $5.21. It's one reason Craig bought a hybrid.
It sucks, so if you can, move over to electric.
While Jose bought 2 gallons in Seattle, then headed to Linwood.
And I'm going to put gas in Linwood because it's cheaper up there.
But by far, most people I talked with seem to feel like Jim.
I don't know the answer.
Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Sad day for radio news junkies as CBS News Radio announces it is going off air for good. Former Seattle's morning news host Dave Ross freelanced at the network for 27 years. He tells G and Ursula it's another sign of a fast-changing media landscape.
The phone I hold in my hand could broadcast to 2 million people. You don't need a big organization to do that anymore. But that's the world we live in, guys.
Well, CBS News Radio launched 99 years ago. It is going dark on May 22nd as part of a new round of layoffs. Washington Husky women are moving on to the second round of the NCAA tournament. The number 6 seed dominated South Dakota State today. Final score 72-54. On the men's side, the Gonzaga Bulldogs took down Kennesaw State last night. This fan telling KIRO 7 TV.
We're going to go right into April and get a natty finally.
Bulldogs take on Texas tomorrow. The Huskies will face TCU on Sunday. It's the first time the women have advanced to the round of 32 since 2017. Now to the real-time traffic desk, checking in with Nate Connors.
All right, Tacoma to Olympia, an hour, 5-minute trip this afternoon. You're slow through pretty much the length of South Tacoma. You've got this really stubborn 4-mile backup through JBLM, starts near Thorn Lane, and then more scattered backups between Lacey and Olympia. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway, a 40-minute commute. Seattle to Federal Way, 35 minutes. Typical backup that starts at Interurban Avenue. North 5 at South 178 there in South Center. We've got a new crash in the right lane. You're backed up to South 200th heading into Seattle, North 5. It's really thick there at the Michigan curve up to the Ship Canal Bridge. You've got a little clearing through the heart of downtown. All added up, it's a 40-minute trip to get through downtown right now. South 5 gets packed near 85th down to the Convention Center. Seattle to Everett and Bellevue to Everett both pushing 40 minutes. Everett to Marysville is at 15 minutes. But you've got scattered backups starting at 526 all the way up to 529. Everywhere else looking at pretty normal, typical backups this afternoon. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Now to your forecast, we are seeing some blue skies after a week of rainfall. The rivers, though, are still rising. Some flood watches and warnings in effect through the weekend. And right now, 55 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Home Comfort Alliance. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electric. You know it. The Home Comfort Alliance. Coming to your house, making it cool or hot. Check that plumbing, check that electric. Home Comfort Alliance. Doing it all or hot. All right, now the father of the bride and the beautiful new bride get first dance. Father-daughter dance. Everybody, put your hands together.
Oh, they put their hands together.
told my daughter when she gets married, I refuse to thank you, Nick. Refuse to take one of those classes where we do a dance. Ugh. No, not gonna do that.
It's big of you.
Then she's like, Dad, can you how much money have you put away for my wedding? Oh my God. I hope I'm dead before that whole thing happens. Get the bill, it'll kill me. Where are we?
I think we're on the air, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. Mucka's Casino Resort text line 1-888-973-5476. All are welcome. Teeny Tiny's going to determine the letter of the day. It's probably going to be Paul from Sammamish again, because that's the way those two roll.
I do not know.
Oh, yeah, quiet. Jezebel. Afro Man, back at it again. When was his first big hit? When did he, so I just got high? 2000, yeah. Where is that song? Do you have that one? His original one that everybody knows? Yep. Where's that one?
It's where it says Afro Man is famous for the 2000 song.
Here we go.
I was gonna clean my room until I got high.
I have a lot of our listeners, I think, have this same. I was going to call the show, then I got high, and then I called the show.
I was gonna get up and find the broom, but then I got high. My room is still messed up, and I know why. Why, man? Yeah, cause I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. La da 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 da.
All right, so Afro Man is sitting in his house. I think his wife and kids are there as well. All of a sudden, bam, the door comes flying open. The cops come in. There's a whole bunch of them looking around. Somebody had reported that Afro Man was selling drugs, dealing drugs, and in the basement of his house, he had some weird torture chamber down there. Kidnapping people, yeah, that's what Afro Man was doing. So is this the Ohio report on this one? Does that set it up?
That does set it up.
Okay.
7 Adams County Sheriff's deputies sued the musician. They argued Afro Man used security video from a...
Oh, yeah, here's him. So they're in there looking around. They can't find anything, so they're, he's going through all his drawers and everything. They don't find... They're standing around at this point. They realize this is a bad call. There's nothing going on. Well, Afro Man took video of them going through his house and looking over at the pound cake that was on the table.
Yeah, his surveillance.
There's surveillance stuff. So then he said, well, after that happened... he felt humiliated, but he thought, I can make something out of this. So he gets the video and he makes a song out of it.
2022 raid of his home and put it in music videos using deputies' likeness without permission.
There's damage to reputation. There's pain and suffering. There's public humiliation.
Pain and suffering.
There's everything you saw and heard from these detectives from the witness stand.
This raid taking place nearly 4 years ago following search warrants related to possession and trafficking in drugs and kidnapping. The rapper was never charged. Along with using the surveillance video in multiple music videos, including in the song Lemon Pound Cake, the deputies also say Afro Man called them thieves and pedophiles, among other things, on social media.
I didn't go down here and sue the police department. I fixed up the damages they made, and I sung songs about them to raise money to do it. They were unapologetic.
The deputies wanted Afro Man to pay $3.9 million in damages.
We got about a total of 250 pieces given out. This is the last one, and I'd like to give it to you.
Supporters of Afro Man coming from near and far with the message both verbally and symbolically.
For me, this isn't really about Afro Man. It's about free speech. So when someone like Afro Man stands up for my free speech by using his talents, his musical talents, to fight the corrupt system, we got to come out and support him.
I'm glad things went my way, but if they would have took it all from me, I was happy about all the love I was getting from everybody after them people kicked my door in. When life give you lemons, you make lemon pound cake.
Yeah. The reason pound cake was referenced because it was sitting on the table, and apparently if the cops were standing there realizing we don't have anything here, the one guy was looking at the pound cake, right? Like, that's not a pound cake. So anyway, with all that said, the cops didn't like that they used the likeness, and they caused great harm for those guys. So I think the judge allowed 3 of them to be able to go to trial. And then in cross-examination, they were bringing up stuff that was in the song, saying, well, is this true? And is that true? Is this not true? And that not true? Because I think one of the things is the one cop in the song, Afro Man said, I slept with your wife. Right. Okay. So
that's the Randy Waters' Son of a Bleep song.
Is this one? Oh, where's that one? Okay. This is one of the cops?
That's the song.
Yeah.
Randy Waters
is that the cop?
Yes.
The son of a yeah. That's why I his wife and got filthy rich.
That's the gist of it.
They get the okay.
Yeah.
So then they get Randy Walters on the stand. This is the cop saying, "Oh, pain and suffering of $3 million." So they get Randy Walters on the stand. They ask him to testify against Afro Man. Here we go.
So you're claiming that is the defamation statement is that he said he had sex with your wife?
Yes.
So you defamation.
And that's painted you in a false light?
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
By the way, you gotta understand, there's Afro Man with a giant afro. That is his name. Yes. In a red, white, and blue, like
American
flag
suit,
total outfit, right? Complete, like a jumpsuit. He's sitting there with his big afro staring at the guy. That's the best part.
We all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
Oh.
Wait, you don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
No, I just want to ask that question because you said we don't know.
I've been with that woman since middle school. I would hope she wouldn't. But you know what? Once somebody puts it out there for their fun and entertainment, it's out there. And it's a problem.
So it's something we cannot verify the truth of?
Ask your client.
No, he's asking you. Is your wife sleeping with Afro Man? The answer is obviously no.
And that was the one. So the one he called a pedophile had been charged and convicted of pedophilia.
Oh.
So essentially everything he said that was derogatory was true, and then everything else was just kind of speculative.
And then he also asked on the stand. He asked the guy, "Are you an SOB?"
That's right.
He's like,
"Has anybody ever called you that before?" Yes.
Okay, fine. Well, anyway, the judge threw it out. It's a pretty simple case. I think it was 2 days or 3 day trial. And the Afro Man is allowed to say what he wants to say. You're allowed to make fun of a police officer if you want.
That's right.
And they're in your house. So there's no expectation of privacy. You're in that guy's house. Nice try on their part. But I think that he ended up humiliating themselves even more by going to trial.
I knew nothing about this until I've watched like an hour of content from this trial over the past couple of days.
Good for Afro Man.
Good for Afro Man.
All right. By the way, the song is already, all right, any of them hitting well? Are people really digging in on these songs?
Millions. I mean, I don't know that anybody's putting them on their playlist, but they've gotten millions of views each. He had one that he put out after the trial. You want to hear a little bit of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Afro Man is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. Brian Newland is a flag. William is a pedophile. If I'm telling folks the truth, how come I have to go to trial? Wow. Newland sexting kids, that's true. Now he's stealing my money too. My proof's on the internet. Tasha Chamberlain is
Now the bride and groom will dance for the first time. All right, here comes Nate checking traffic, Nathan.
Seattle Sports has the update. Tacoma to Olympia, an hour, 5-minute trip. You're slow through the length of South Tacoma, starting at State Route 16. A 4-mile bumper-to-bumper grind through JBLM, starting near Thorn Lane, and then more scattered slowing between Lacey and Olympia. Westbound 18 jams up in Military Road over to I-5. Federal to Tacoma is a 20-minute commute. It gets thick there at South 320th. After Wild Waves, it thins out as you make your way in through Fife. Southbound 167 is packed from State Route 18 into Sumner. In South Center, North 5 is South 178th. We've got a crash blocking your right lane. You're bumper-to-bumper to South 200th. After this, though, you're all clear until you get into Seattle, where North 5 jams up, approaching the West Seattle Bridge over to the Ship Canal. 40 minutes to get through downtown. South 5 filling in now from Northgate to the Convention Center. Linwood to Seattle, plan on 25 minutes. And if you head north through Bellingham this afternoon, North 5 remains closed. All lanes at North Lake Samish Drive, due to an earlier mudslide. No estimated time for this to reopen. It looks like it's not going to happen anytime soon. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
Seattle's new mayor is laying out a big vision.
She offered few specifics.
Engaging conversation.
Has anybody noticed their electric bill? It's diabolical, Ursula.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Life's expensive enough, isn't it? Groceries, gas, kids' activities. Sometimes your roof needs replacing, but your budget says not now. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. We want to help with an offer to lift that weight off your shoulders. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months. Or save up to $3,000 on a new roof today. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
There's no championship league for small business owners. But if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation. One-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, accurate auto body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, accurate auto body.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring the check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated, so don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert, or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart, just complete the purchase. Hurry, this deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Save $10 on a pair of Rain X Latitude wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Our professional parts people will even install them for free.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Bring your visions to life with smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need to achieve your goals. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
There's no championship league for small business owners. But if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation. One-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
There we go with the John Curley Show. Yeah, we're on Instagram, right? The John Curley Show Instagram page.
Yes, we are.
It's fun stuff there. Plus, you're a big part of the show. You can send in pictures of yourself with Afro Man. 1-888-973-5476. All are welcome. Telling you. It's diabolical.
That's right. Our Instagram page.
Yes, it is. Yeah, okay. Chuck Norris passes away at the age of 86, I think. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah. I don't know who started all the memes about him, that he was invincible and the strongest man in the world, but
when Chuck Norris does push-ups, he doesn't push himself up. He pushes the earth down. There are no steroids in baseball.
This is all Chuck Norris from 2006.
Only players Chuck Norris has breathed on. Believe me. Chuck Norris once shot down a German fighter plane with his finger by yelling, bang. Chuck Norris doesn't churn butter. He roundhouse kicks the cows, and the butter comes straight out. In fine print on the last page of the Guinness Book of World Records, it notes that all world records are held by Chuck Norris. And those listed in the book are simply the closest anyone else has ever gotten.
There you go, Nate. There you go.
When the boogeyman goes to sleep every night, he checks his closet for Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris is currently suing NBC, claiming Law and Order are trademark names for his left and right legs.
Yeah. Chuck Norris.
I feel like they've gotten better since 2006.
Yeah, funny stuff.
By the way, it just came out today that Chuck Norris actually died 20 years ago. God just found the courage to tell him today.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. All right.
Chuck Norris does not get frostbite. Chuck Norris bites frost.
Are you just making these up?
No,
pulling these out of the top of your head?
I'm reading these from Chuck Norris facts page.
Are you going from like the worst one to the best one?
Yeah, this one's a good one.
All right.
There's never been a hurricane named Chuck because it would have destroyed everything.
Oh, that's good. All right. Okay. I had a chance to interview him for something, a TV show, and then also, then we took to the cast and stuff. We went to interview him, and the one guy had the job of digging the trench on long dolly shots because Chuck Norris was 5'6".
Oh, really?
Nate, find out the height of Chuck Norris, please.
Chuck Norris's height was 5'7".
5'7". Okay, 5'7". Well, the guy that he was in that Texas Walker Ranger with, or Ranger Talker, Texas Walker, Texas, was taller than Chuck by, I don't know how much, maybe about 4 inches or something. So one of the jobs of one of the guys on the set, whenever it was to dig a trench so that his sidekick had to kind of walk in this trench beside Chuck and they wouldn't have the big height difference. That was part of the job. Like, oh, my God, we have any dolly shots today? Oh, no, we got 3 dolly shots. Oh. So the camera's panning along as they're walking along, and Chuck's saying something, and then he has to turn to the guy, and the guy's there, and make sure the height was the right side there on Chuck Norris.
How was he as a...
nice guy, very nice guy. Oddly dyed beard, I'll put that in there. And then I knew some people that worked with him when he did that infomercial, like some weird, like...
Bowflex kind of thing.
Yeah. Golly, sheesh. Good for him. I never saw him do any karate stuff. Like, he did the karate stuff, right? The first movie that he did was back in...
Yeah, he was doing stuff with Bruce Lee, I think, in the early 70s. Yeah. I've seen the fight scene. I don't remember the movie, but yeah, I think it was something with him and Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee was his sensei.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
The Way of the Dragon, I believe, was the film.
Well, look at us. Well, all our sort of bits and pieces knowledge. What a wonderful tribute to a man. great eulogy. We just all yell out random facts about him. Anybody?
Yeah, we're still Googling.
Anybody else got anything else here in the church of Chuck Norris? No? Anybody? No other facts, figures, fun stuff? I know that his friends and family announced that he was ill, and then it seemed like death took him pretty quickly.
He was the founder of the Chuck Do fighting system.
Oh, okay. You have your own system.
That's right.
Yeah, you meet a lot of those guys that have their own fighting system. They also are often seen walking around Green Lake with an iguana around their neck.
He was a 9th degree black belt in the Chuck Do fighting system.
9th degree?
9th degree, yeah.
Even Chuck couldn't get to 10.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris can cook minute rice in 30 seconds.
Ooh.
Hey, why don't you stop? You should stop a couple minutes ago. What do you think?
I'm done.
Okay, here comes checking traffic now, Nathan.
Yes, sir. Tacoma to Olympia is a 1 hour commute. Unless you're Chuck Norris, it's a half hour. You're slow through South Tacoma. Got a 4 mile backup through JBL. All right, I'm done. More scattered slowing as you head into Olympia. Southbound 167 is heavy in the south end, starting at State Route 18, Renton to Puyallup at 40 minutes. North 5 and South Center, we've still got a crash at 178th, blocking that right lane. That's why you're bumper to bumper approaching 200th. But after this, you're all clear until you get into Seattle, where it jams up approaching the West Seattle Bridge up to the Ship Canal. 40 minutes to get through downtown. South 5 is filling in from Northgate to the Convention Center. We're closing in a half hour now, Linwood to Seattle. North 5 through Everett is bumper to bumper now from the Snohomish River into Marysville. I'm looking on all my cameras. I'm not seeing anything causing this, so I'm just going to go with heavy volumes here. And in Renton, we've got a water main break this afternoon that has shut down Hauser Way at Main Avenue. That's right near Veterans Memorial Park. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
Seattle's new mayor is laying out a big vision.
She offered few specifics.
Engaging conversation.
Has anybody noticed their electric bill? It's diabolical, Ursula.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Jackson Hewitt will do your taxes for $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So if you're a delivery driver, / handyman, / wedding DJ, you pay only $149 or less. We're talking to you, waitress.
Check, please.
/ pet sitter, / influencer. Just $149 or less. Want your refund to work as hard as you? Hurry. Don't wait. File with Jackson Hewitt today. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com / 149.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Yikey Wawa.
What?
My hot water.
Yeah?
Not so hot.
Water heater trouble?
It's not working.
We can fix that.
This week?
How about today?
Apollo Plumbing really is ready right now.
Especially when it comes to water heater replacement.
Think I need a new one?
Is it more than 10 years old?
It is.
Probably so.
Doesn't heat like it used to.
It runs out?
All the time.
That's a warning sign.
Uh-oh.
So are little leaks.
But Apollo can get me a new one?
Installed today by our clean screen trained and trusted plumbers. They're water heater experts.
But I probably got to pay a rush fee.
No extra charge.
You make this too easy.
We'll even haul off the old one.
A new water heater.
Same day. That's the Apollo Plumbing way.
This is going to get my budget in hot water.
Got you covered there too.
How?
Our available payment plans.
I don't have to wait?
Or take cold showers.
You are a lifesaver.
Call us this morning. You'll have hot water today.
That's the Apollo Plumbing way.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here.
Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring.
Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now.
JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday. Scored the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet.
Just a couple things, huh?
Maybe more than a couple.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Staples has hot deals on everything for your business, like up to $125 off your print order. Ends 4/18, exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. It was not alarm clocks or cell phones, but emergency sirens that sounded, waking up thousands of residents in towns north of Honolulu. They've been told to evacuate their homes due to life-threatening flood conditions and concerns about an old dam that is under extreme stress. Hawaii Governor Josh Green.
People have to stay safe. If there was water around your home and you can't get out, go to the upper floors of your house. Meanwhile, we'll have a lot of people going door to door to provide support.
Travelers are braving ridiculously long security lines at airports this busy spring break weekend.
Stay to the right, straight ahead.
That's the pitter-patter of many feet at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, where the security lines are snaking through the baggage area. Travelers like this woman tried to anticipate the chaos.
We did 3 hours early,
But she's still in line.
and we're hoping that's good enough, but we're going to find out.
Lots of flyers are carrying big books to distract themselves. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
Multiple sources briefed on the discussions tell CBS News that the Pentagon officials are making preparations for deploying U.S. ground forces into Iran. CBS News national security consultant Jeff McCausland describes a possible timeline.
And it would take quite a period of time, I would say at least a month or more, to stage that particular force. And then finally, of course, where do you stage it from, since all these particular countries, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, etc., who are our allies, are under constant barrage by Iranian missiles and drones.
Gas and oil prices remained well above pre-war levels today, with international standard Brent crude settling at around $112 per barrel, up from roughly $70 since the conflict began on February 28th. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has said that the Trump administration may suspend sanctions on Iranian oil already at sea in a bid to clamp down on energy prices that have shot up due to the war. According to CBS's Kelly O'Grady,
it's not really a long-term fix. We aren't going to see prices come back down to the levels that we did prior to this conflict started until the Strait of Hormuz. You can see the oil moving through it freely.
A former Detroit police sergeant is accused of kidnapping and raping 5 women.
The alleged facts in this case are disturbing, unsettling, and infuriating.
Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy says Benjamin Wagner's victims ranged in age from 15 to 23. He allegedly abducted them at gunpoint as they walked on Detroit's streets between 1999 and 2003.
Has led a double life as a law enforcement officer and a serial rapist.
Wagner retired from the force in 2017. He was arrested at his home in North Carolina. Police are encouraging any other victims of Wagner's to come forward. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
This is CBS News.
Join Adriana Diaz and Kelly O'Grady for the perfect start to your weekend. Ease into your Saturday with CBS Saturday Morning on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Coming up, rising gas prices hit the farmland. That's after Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
Thanks, Aaron. We're really struggling today from Tacoma to Olympia. It's a 1-hour drive, so you're slow in South Tacoma, mostly heading into Lakewood. This backup is starting to thin down a bit. Still got a 4-mile backup, though, through JBLN that starts near Thorn Lane. That is a solid bumper-to-bumper backup. and then more scattered slowing between Lacey and Olympia. Seattle to Federal Way, 35 minutes. We've got scattered slowing from Inner Urban Avenue down to South 272nd. Westbound 18, you're heavy from the West Valley Highway over to I-5. North 5 through South Center, South 178th. Our collision blocks 2 right lanes now. You're backed up to South 200th. And then as you get into downtown Seattle, North 5 backs up approaching the West Seattle Bridge to the Ship Canal Bridge. You've got a little clearing there through the heart of downtown. All added up, it's 40 minutes to get through this. The express lanes at 85th, you've got a new crash blocking your center lane. South 5 into Seattle, slow from Northgate to the Convention Center. Bellevue to Renton, plan on 25 minutes. And Everett to Marysville is up to a half hour. It is solid from Broadway all the way up to 528. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. Gas prices climbing again, up about 25 cents in just the past week. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports these higher prices could soon drive a lot of farmers in our states out of business.
Farmers are still feeling the impact of tariffs and labor shortages from last year, with losses across Washington's agriculture industry now estimated at around $400 million. Dylan Honkoop with Save Family Farms tells me gas prices could drive many farms to the brink of disaster.
The costs keep stacking up, and they have to decide how much longer can we keep doing this, and will this be the one that finally ends our family's legacy after potentially many generations.
Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
From rising gas prices to rising rivers, major flooding is hitting some western Washington waterways after days of steady rain and rapid snowmelts. Deb McMillan with the National Weather Service says floodwaters could wash over some roads and farmland.
It won't be similar to what we saw in December, fortunately, but with the river and major flood, there are impacts associated, especially with neighboring farmland that's adjacent to the river.
The Snohomish River near Monroe is set to reach major flood stage tonight. The Weather Service also warning of potential landslides. KIRO 7 TV's Brandon Thompson reports a mudslide has shut down all lanes of northbound I-5 near Bellingham.
At 9:30 Thursday night, huge chunks of rocks came sliding down onto the interstate.
We got reports that some rocks and debris had come down from the slope here.
State Patrol says 3 cars crashed into the trees and debris. Fortunately, no one was badly hurt.
And still no word yet on when the road will reopen. If you're sick of Lime scooters on the sidewalk, AI-powered enforcement is coming to Seattle. KIRO News Radio's John Rep with that story.
In theory, you should only ride that Lime scooter on the street. In reality, Downtown Seattle Association's John Scholes joked that out of the 10 million Lime trips last year...
Didn't it feel like to you that 9 million of those were taken on the sidewalk?
But if you're sick of sidewalk scofflaws, Lime says it will introduce Lime Vision later this year. AI-powered cameras keeping an eye on your scooter driving.
Cameras, sensors that can tell the difference between a sidewalk and the street bed.
Lime Vision is coming to half of Seattle's fleet by June, with the rest phased in by the end of the year. John Rep, KIRO News Radio.
Now to your weather update. We are starting to dry out this afternoon, but still some lingering showers in spots. And of course, those rivers are still rising after the week of rain. We'll see the region, though, dry out this weekend. Highs will be in the low to mid 50s. Right now, 58 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Hi, you've reached the John Curley Show listener introduction line. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you enjoy the show. Thank you.
None of your business now. I'm not required under our Constitution to do anything you say. Yeah. We did not fight 800 years for you to start treating us worse than the British Army did.
Yeah, good.
Did we?
No.
Sir, if you just answer the question. Show me the pandemic.
There you go. That's right. Scamdemic. All right. You ready? Todd Myers ready to go? By the way, how's the lighting look on him? I saw him the other day on video. It was very mysterious. Looked like a scene from, I don't know, like The Godfather.
Looks fantastic.
Let's see. Does it? Here we go. Diving in the day. Let's see. It's always fun to look up and see how he's doing. Oh, there he. Wow, he's all dressed up with a tie.
I'm ready to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Yes, I'm sure you are. Hey, Myers, your ongoing battle with the Department of Ecology, just see if I remember all this sort of stuff. A while ago, you said to these guys, hey, listen, why don't you release the CO2 data? You're supposed to tell us every year, 2 years, how we're doing a reduction of CO2. They said, well, we gave you this, and I think it was 2021, if memory serves you correctly. And then you're like, yeah, well, okay, but you're supposed to give it to us on a regular basis. Where is it? Then I think the judge said, you guys don't have standing because because you're not a lawmaker, right? Is that the reason they threw out your case? Yeah, Washington Policy Center said,
why would citizens be able to hold their government accountable? Crazy.
It's crazy. So the judge is like, no, you're not a lawmaker. You don't have to. They don't have to give you the information. So and then I think, do you file again, or you had to get some lawmakers to help you on this sort of thing? Is that what happened?
Yeah, so we got two members of the legislature to join us, one from the House, one from the Senate, and we had our hearing today. And one of the interesting things was they addressed standing, and the judge again said, yeah, Todd, you don't count, but the lawmakers do. And even then he sort of quibbled on that and said, well, we don't really know if it should be the whole committee or the legislature or just individual legislators. But he did ultimately rule that they had standing, but even then he kind of quibbled on it.
And what you're asking for is you're collecting this data. We're paying you to collect it. You collect the data. We want to see if we are reducing with the things you're forcing us to do, is the CO2 coming down or is it going up? But you just want to see on a regular basis, they're supposed to release this sort of stuff.
Yeah, this is not just Todd's curiosity, although I am curious. This is literally what the law says, is that they're supposed to release it on a regular basis. And they had been doing that for a while. And then they just kind of decided to stop and wait for a while. Now, what they claim is that the federal government didn't provide it in a timely manner, but there was no major difference. They just have stopped. And so, as you said, the most recent data, it's 2026, if I get my calendar correctly. The most recent data is from 2021. So we had the hearing today and the judge again ruled against us. And what he said is, well, all the law really says is that they have to make it public when it's available. And available doesn't mean that it's available, that they have it. It means after they work on it, massage it, and make sure it's correct and do some things. And only the Department of Ecology, gets to decide when they feel it is, quote, available. Because the judge can't know what that is, and we can't know what that is, only they. So essentially what the judge, and it's Judge Chris Lanise and the Thurston County Superior Court, he basically invalidated the law. Because if the law says, Department of Ecology, you have to release data on a schedule, and the Department of Ecology says, well, what does available mean anyway? Then, what does the law mean? It doesn't mean anything. So we still don't have data. We still don't have a timeline. The current timeline that they've said is that they will release 2022 and 2023 at the end of this year. So in other words, it will be early 2027 and they will only have data through 2023. That's completely worthless. And again, the key to this is we're supposed to have this data to make good decisions about our climate policies. And it's completely useless. And the same people who say, well, we can't be expected to provide you with useful data are the ones screaming about how we're all going to die if we don't fight climate change. It's totally at odds with reality.
Wasn't it also said, I don't know if it's this judge or somebody else said, well, they haven't been doing it. I mean, yeah, I know it's the law, but, they haven't been doing it. So, why are you asking them to do it now?
So to his credit, Judge Lanise rejected that argument. I think a lot of his arguments were frankly, I'll just say dishonest. I just think he wanted to rule against us. But what that was called latches. And latches basically says you have to file a case when it is ripe. You can't wait and play games with it. And that was an argument made by the Department of Ecology and the Attorney General's office. And what they said was, look, we've been violating the law since 2013. Why are you only complaining now? And so therefore, since you haven't been complaining this whole time, you haven't filed in a timely way. So the judge got rid of that. But, I really think the judge's decision, Judge Lanise's decision, is silly, because what it does is that it makes ignorance and incompetence a viable defense.
Right.
As long as the Department of Ecology can say, well, we don't really know and we're uncertain and we don't have the right data, then he can say, well, you can just keep waiting until you do know. And I just think what judges should do in that situation is say, here are some standards. Like, this is reasonable, this is not. And he didn't at all. He just simply said, well, if you're not comfortable, that's okay.
But remember we always used to learn was that ignorance is no excuse of the law, that you can't. Well, I didn't know there was a law. I didn't realize there was a law. But so we will so if we actually do get the information a year or the end of the year, boy, that'll be really valuable, won't it? To know what to know what it was like 4 years ago.
Look, I just think there is certainly a part of this that we are pursuing this case to show how absurd and phony our climate law and our approach to climate change is. I mean, I think that is a key message that we are trying to send. The data will be useful, right? We have used data. We use data regularly to show what works and what doesn't. But at this point, we're so far out of date that the primary, message of this lawsuit is, don't pretend that we actually take climate change seriously when we can't even get data that is, within the last few years.
Mm-hmm. Think they might mention that data, the Mount St. Helens explosion?
Well, there are some natural fluxes here and there that even out over time.
Yeah.
And yes, some of them are bigger than others, but yeah, look, we do have an impact on climate change, as you and I have discussed.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the rhetoric that you hear about, oh my God, we're all going to die, is just, and when they then turn around and say, oh, but don't ask us to actually give you simple data, I think just is ridiculous.
So let me throw a couple at you. I don't know if you're up to speed on all this, because I know you've been in court with your fancy tie. I assume you're wearing pants.
It's a Thomas Jefferson tie.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
It is very famous.
Let's see. Have you been following the thing in Thurston County where they want the homeowners, before you sell, you have to hire somebody, a private individual has to go in there and go through your house and then give you a rating, your energy score rating. Have you followed that one?
Yeah. So, and speaking of claims that climate change is going to kill us all, one of the members of the public who testified on that, said the science shows that people who are born today won't live out their natural lives due to climate change. That is absolute nonsense. What the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change actually says is that CO2 will reduce prosperity, compared to a no climate change scenario. But what their scenarios say is that we will be much richer in the year 2100 than we were today under any climate scenario. We would be richer still without climate change, but all of the scenarios say that we will live longer, wealthier lives in the year 2100. And yet people make things up to justify bad policies. And this policy is a bad policy. Washington has targets that it sets. Here's how much CO2 we have to reduce. And so policies like this do nothing to change those targets or make any difference. They just add cost. And so, if you want to buy a house, would it be nice to know how energy efficient it is? Yes. And you as the buyer can say, as part of the deal, I would like to see this. So great, get that. But mandating it for every single house and the costs for something that adds nothing to CO2 reduction doesn't make any sense. It is a symbolic gesture to make people feel like they're doing something that actually does nothing except waste money.
Yes, let me see. Here's some Como News. Here we go.
The Thurston County Council voted that before anyone can list their home for sale, they'll have to get a professional review of their insulation, heating and cooling systems, water heating systems, and more.
Would require a home energy score be completed and disclosed when a home is listed for sale. making energy efficiency and energy costs transparent to residents in the real estate market.
It's one strategy staff say will lead to reduced energy use and greenhouse gas emissions. Opponents are frustrated the assessment can cost up to $350, though low-income households are exempt.
I do not think it's the role of government to intercede and mandate these kinds of inspections.
Realtor Don Baker adds there aren't enough energy assessors to do this work. In fact, the Department of Energy website shows the closest ones are near Portland.
Yeah, because they have this in Portland. So I looked it up. The average homeowner, the median age is 64. They don't have a whole lot of money. The house is on average anywhere between 25 and 30 years old. And before they're allowed to put it on the market, they're going to have to call somebody to come to their house, and they said it's going to be no more than $350. Well, if all of a sudden there's a bunch of calls, the price is going to go up. So they have to call somebody. They got to wait until that person shows up and goes through their house and then gives them the proper number. And there has been no long-term study that shows that this does anything. They even done no short-term study that shows that this is money well spent. But they're going ahead with it anyway because, again, we're sacrificing the citizens of Washington on the altar of climate change. And the people of Thurston County, I think, that voted this thing through all feel really good about themselves. But what about the poor person? It doesn't have a lot of money. It's got an old house, and they can't put it on the market. They're going to have to wait. The buyer could find out. This is completely unnecessary.
Well, even somebody who does have the money. Basically, what you're saying is, well, you have the money to waste $1,000 for no good reason. I mean, that doesn't make any sense either. The thing is, there are things like this won't, what they claim is, oh, this will help reduce energy use. This won't, because you get it one time. Your use may be different than other people's. This tells you nothing about how you're actually using it. But there are things that can tell you. There are technologies, right? There's smart thermostats. There's all sorts of things where we can provide incentives for people to use energy wisely at times of the day when it's low carbon, to energy efficiency. And the primary thing is making prices, electricity prices, more transparent. And Seattle City Light is doing that. Puget Sound Energy is doing that. That's the way. If you want to show people, hey, here's where you're using electricity and here's how to save, we can do that. There are technologies. A one-time, expensive, static report that doesn't apply to you is not the way to reduce CO2 emissions or energy use.
Let me ask you one more. I'm not sure. Again, I'm assuming you are there, the Washington Policy Center. You have all this sort of stuff. When it came to the CCA, I think they cut a deal or said that farmers would not be affected by this. Remember that? Yeah. Wasn't that part of it? Did they backtrack on that and screw the farmers and not give them the rebates? And are they the ones absorbing the additional cost from the CCA?
So yes and no. So the original CCA said that farm fuels would not be impacted by the CO2 tax. This is the same thing we do with the gas taxes. There's what's called red dyed fuel, which is just for agricultural purposes where you don't apply the tax. They said, oh, the CO2 tax would be the same thing. Then the Department of Ecology said, well, we don't know how to implement it, so we're just not going to implement it. And farmers ended up having to pay for the CO2 tax, even though they were promised not to. So then a couple of years later, the legislature did a workaround. And then this year, there was a bill that actually was proposed that did a number of things. And one of the things that it proposed was to repealing that promise. So it's like they promised, oh, don't worry, we're not going to hit farmers. And then this year they said, oh, yeah, we didn't really mean that anyway. That bill, fortunately, was amended to say that the legislature could reimburse farmers for those costs, but didn't require that they're reimbursed for those costs. And currently they are not being. So there's the possibility that they will get covered, but currently they are not. So that promise functionally has been broken.
Yeah, right. So when we heard that story, I think it was a half hour ago, maybe the top of the hour, that farmers, the additional cost for fuel, they're getting screwed on the CCA. I got to have you back on again because I saw that the e-bike study might eventually be coming out of University of Washington, where they gave away, $1,200 per rebate for bikes. A whole bunch of people bought the things, and they're trying to figure out whether or not that's helped to reduce the CO2. I guess we'll have to wait till 2053 for that result?
Yeah. I can tell you the short answer on this, what the study says is No, that it does not reduce CO2 emissions, but we can.
Hey, but it was $5 million. They spent $5 million in order to have it not happen. But they did say it did increase climate equity and transportation equity,
which is which is a scientific metric.
Here comes Myers from the Washington Policy Center. Thank you, Todd. Have a great weekend.
You too. Take
there
care.
He goes. Todd Myers out the door. We got to get him. When spring training and the opening season, that first pitch. That guy's on the edge of his seat.
Opening day, I think it's like a week.
Is it a week from now? Yeah. Between Aaron, my son, 6 days?
6 days.
Between Aaron and Todd and Rye, like a dynamic force of baseball love. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here comes Nate checking traffic.
In Linwood, we have a new crash north 5 right at 405. It's blocking your right lane. You're backed up to 220th. Seattle to Everett at 50 minutes now. 35 to Linwood. Another backup to get through Northgate. Bellevue to Everett, just 35 minutes, scattered slowing between Kirkland and Bothell. Nothing heavy here. Everett to Marysville, we've improved less than 25 minutes now. It is solid, though, from Highway 2 up to 528, and now northbound 529 is packed across the Snohomish River into Marysville. Linwood to Seattle, 25 minutes. A little slow through Linwood, and then again from Northgate to I-90. In South Center, North 5 at South 178, the collision blocks just the right lane now, so we've opened up a lane for you. North 5 heading into downtown is solid approach in the West Seattle Bridge to the Ship Canal Bridge. 35 minutes now to get through downtown. And Tacoma to Olympia, still a 1-hour drive. The brunt of this is a 4-mile bumper-to-bumper backup through JBLM that starts near Thorn Lane. This report brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino. Get ready to be transported back to the golden era of rock. It's John Waite with John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band live at the Emerald Queen Casino April 9th. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
Seattle's new mayor is laying out a big vision.
She offered few specifics.
Engaging conversation.
Has anybody noticed their electric bill? It's diabolical, Ursula.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
You know the one question that guys hate to have asked of them by their wives, Nick?
I can take a good guess.
I know you know 100 of them. This is the worst one. Do these jeans make my butt look big?
Whoa.
Can't answer that one, right? What I've noticed is whenever you ask me questions like that, I just simply say, oh, I don't know. What do the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic say?
Well, the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic would tell me that my butt looks great in those jeans now that my hormones are balanced.
What they do? They give you something to bring your weight down?
No, just a result of having my hormones balanced caused me to lose weight. Who would have known? I had no idea that would be a result of it.
So that's good. So the answer is you look great. You're beautiful.
I feel great. I look great.
Yeah.
And I know it.
I've also noticed that your testosterone makes you a little feistier than you normally are as my beautiful Greek wife.
I might be small, but I have a loud bark.
Yes, you do. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at longevitymedicalclinic.com.
High five. Up top.
Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah!
It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Heck yeah!
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Yes!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping. Woo!
For a limited time, now through March 29th, switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 150 megabit internet and Security Edge for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Don't wait. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees.
There's nothing like the taste of the very first fruit you grew yourself. Well, March is the time to visit Sky Nursery for a wide variety of Northwest-grown strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and kiwi, persimmon, fig, plum trees, and more. Visit skynursery.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Did you know that most people wait 6 or 7 years before they buy a new TV? That's a lot of time in front of one TV. So why not get one of the best sets for the next 7 years? Like one of the top-rated Samsung, LG, or Sony models. Too expensive? What if you could get up to $1,000 trade-in for your old set? Who would do a stupid deal like this? Right now, at Video Only, you can get big bucks for your old set as a trade-in and a hot price on the new models. Don't be sorry. Check out Video Only.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and MyNorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. Asked about a ceasefire with Iran, President Trump says no.
Well, look, we can have dialogue, but I don't want to do a ceasefire. You know, you don't do a ceasefire when you're literally obliterating the other side.
Now, more U.S. service members are on the way to the Middle East as the war nears the 3-week mark. CBS's Natalie Brand has more.
Iran launched a new wave of missiles overnight. Among the targets, another major oil refinery in Kuwait. The attacks come as President Trump touted the success of the U.S. operation.
We are doing really well. We're not going to let them have nuclear weapons.
Speaking during a trophy presentation for the U.S. Navy football team at the White House Friday, the president said most of Iran's leadership is gone.
One person is dead after a shooting overnight involving Everett Police. Mandy Kruger with Arlington Police says Everett PD responded to gunfire near Emerson Elementary School around 2 o'clock this morning.
With assistance from Snohomish County deputies and a drone unit, officers located a lone adult male who was reportedly discharging a handgun into the air.
Officers tried to tase the man, but Kruger says he kept advancing toward them. Everett officers and Snohomish County deputies then opened fire. No officers were hurt. We have new details on the glass art that was destroyed this week at Chihuly Garden and Glass in Seattle. KIRO 7 TV's Monique Minglavin reports the suspect is now charged with burglary, assault, and malicious mischief.
According to the charging documents, Alexander Taylor broke into the garden when it was closed, just started smashing the glass art, more than $200,000 in damage. When a security officer arrived, Taylor allegedly threw a piece of glass like a javelin at him, then tried to stab him with it several times. That is when police showed up and arrested Taylor. His bail is set at $100,000 and his next court date is March 24th.
Crews in Renton right now are fixing a 16-inch water main that ruptured at about noon today. City's Ron Straka says it shut down Hauser Way North, causing minor flooding on the street.
Our crews have excavated down and right now are in the process of repairing where the break was and putting in a new piece of pipe.
He says they're hoping to get that street reopened by 8 o'clock tonight. Now to the real-time traffic desk at 4:33. Here's Nate Connors.
Thank you, Aaron. KIRO Newsradio App has the update. We've still got a collision up in Linwood, North 5, right there at the 405 interchange. It's blocking your right lane. They tried to move most of this to the Gore Point. You're backed up now, bumper to bumper to Northeast 185th there in Shoreline. Seattle to Everett just reached 1 hour. 50 to Linwood. Bellevue to Everett still looking great at just 40 minutes. It's got scattered slowing between Kirkland and Bothell. Everett to Marysville, give yourself 25 minutes. We've got a solid backup from Highway 2 up to 528. And now northbound 529 is jam-packed across the Snohomish River into Marysville. Linwood to Seattle, 25 minutes. A little crowded there in Linwood, and then you're slow again from Northgate to I-90. Bellevue to Renton, just a 25-minute drive this afternoon. In South Center, we've still got this now long-term collision. North 5 at South 178th blocking your right lane. North 5 in Seattle, solid approaching the West Seattle Bridge up to the Ship Canal. About 35 minutes to get through this. Tacoma to Olympia is going to take you an hour, and North 5 in Bellingham is closed at North Lake Samish Drive due to this mudslide. No estimated time to reopen. Obviously, this will be closed at least through the evening commute. Text app to 888-973-5476 and download the KIRO Newsradio app. Listen to your favorite shows and get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate. Starting to see some sunshine across the region. The rain is subsiding, but rivers are still rising. We do have flood watches and warning in effect through the weekend. Right now looking at 58 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
It starts on your street, in your home, with a problem you're struggling to solve. That's where KIRO 7 Investigates comes in. They show up, they ask hard questions, they get you answers. When your story is seen, change isn't just possible, it's already happening. Watch KIRO 7 News weeknights from 5 to 6:30 p.m. and on KIRO7.com/investigates.
Well said, well read, Joe. Wow, it was right there the whole time. And Bucky's Auto Service Centers, they've been around for 50 years last time I checked. I thought they had a birthday coming up in March. Happy birthday, everybody out there at Bucky's Auto Service Centers. 16 locations. Only place to take that car. Kind of 70s R&B kind of thing. My wife and I make love to this song.
Oh, my. Ooh, flute solo.
See what I'm saying there? There's no idea how long it lasts. All right, thank you. Nice try, Andrew.
I try every day. I try really hard.
That's not going to do it. I remember a while ago, I hired Heidi the Amazing Auto Lady. I want to see if she's still in business. Yes, October. Heidi the Amazing Auto Lady. New York Times wrote all about her. She was a local woman, and I called her up. And apparently what she does is she calls around. She knows all the deals, how everything works. And she calls all around. She says, okay, what car do you want? I'll find you the best deal. And then she said to me, you go ahead and you call around as well. You try to find the best deal you can find. I bet I can beat what you got. And she did. It was great. I forget what I paid her. And the nice thing was she just shows up with the car. You sign all the papers right there. And then she hands the keys. And then I was like, oh, look at that. There you go. Done. Oh, no. I gotta pay for this every month. Find this other guy online today who has made a business out of it. I think you pay him $1,000. He calls car dealers all around the country, and he's so good at working these guys that he now has dealers recognize his voice, and they hang up on him. So he's thinking of getting AI to change his voice, and he just knows all the little tricks, and he just gets them on the phone and just works them over real well. Here's some sound of him doing this. He's post-negotiating tips. These are his tips, or is this him on the phone?
So the first one is just him explaining what he does.
Okay, here he is with a dealer. Okay, here we go.
The last person that did a deal with me is a sales manager that is getting hundreds of thousands of views and getting, I think he's gotten 5 sales because he worked a deal at Invoice on me on a Toyota Camry. But I think you're just an angry salesperson.
Did I sound angry to you?
I mean, you sound pretty angry. Chad agrees you're pretty angry.
So that's Tommy talking to the sales guy, right?
Yeah. I don't think you would normally talk. I mean, again, you are just helping everybody in chat realize, like, you've given your name out, you've given your dealership out. I haven't done anything. You called me, and you're getting, again, hundreds of people. This will be on a TikTok because you called me here. This is live. This is all available, so everybody knows exactly what it is. I don't think your dealership's going to be super happy to see this when they see this. Again, you see all the people that actually make car deals left and right. He cannot stop getting people to contact him, and they're not contacting me to spend $1,000. They're contacting him because he made my life super easy, and they want to work with dealerships that make their life easy. And I'm asking for $750 off a car, and you're saying that's ridiculous, that's crazy, and he hung up.
Lost that one. He's based in Washington, too, by the way.
Is he really?
Yep.
Okay. Here he is talking about how to get the best deals.
If you don't know who I am, my name's Tommy. I've been in the car industry for most of my adult life. I've done sales. I've done finance. I was a manager. I've done everything in between.
He looks like he's 12.
I negotiate car deals for people, but enough about me. Let's talk about exactly what I say. So the first thing you're going to do is go to the dealership website. And you're going to go to text me a quote. Now, at this point, I call the dealership, telling them I need final price. I'm negotiating with about 20 different dealerships, so give me the best price. So this guy's now finally texting me back and saying, hey, do you qualify for any rebates? I know ahead of time what rebates I qualify, and then he sends me an aggressive quote to start. And I want to talk about aggressive quote because it's $2,000 off MSRP, but there is $684 of accessories. I also noticed that a $1,000 rebate that I should qualify for is missing, so I'm letting him know that, and I also tell him that I'd prefer to remove the window tint and the nitrogen. He says, hang on. Boom, another number is sent. We go back and forth for a while, and I end up sending him another quote. This has a lower MSRP, but it's a less of a discount. So I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to say, hey, look, the final out the door price is better. But I say, hey, I did have a car cheaper. It has less accessories. And we start negotiating on that as well. He ends up taking another $500 off the car on a phone call because he calls me. We end up negotiating that out. So I end up getting $2,500 off the car plus $1,000 rebate plus 0.9% interest.
This seems counterintuitive. I feel sorry for car dealers. I mean, people come in with so much information now, and just grinding these people down. At the, I won't say his name. He owns a car dealership, and the person comes in just whacking away at the guy. And finally, he said, "Do you like the fact that I've got lights on? Do you want me to not have lights on? Like, I gotta pay for something. You gotta let me pay for." I don't know, these employees or the lights or the bathroom or whatever, can you at least let me make $250 on a car? Again, I feel sorry for car dealers because I just think that it used to be that they had you over the barrel because they had all this sort of what's manufacturer retail price, but then there's all these holdbacks and then they get rebates from Toyota or whoever it is that they're trying to sell the stuff for. So there's all numbers moving around. They grind you down, keep you in there longer than you need to be in there. They make their money when can we sign you up for 60 months payment? That's where they make the money. They make it on that stuff. Or the trade-in. I had a friend who said whenever he goes to buy a car, he never parks his car anywhere near the dealership. He always parks it down the street. Then he comes in, he goes, I negotiate for the price of the car. And once I get that, then they're like, oh, do you have a trade-in? Then he goes, I got a trade-in. So he gets the car price locked in. Then he tries to sell the car that he's got. Because what they'll do is if they see your car, he said when they drive in, somebody else goes out there and looks at your car, checks and see how many scratches it are and get all the numbers and stuff like that. So if somebody's looking at that while you're in there, and then they work the number. If they give you a deal on the new car, they don't give as much money for your trade-in.
It is wild how aggressive and uncomfortable that process is. And it's by design. I had a friend that worked at a car dealership, and he and I needed to get together to talk about something, and so I pretended like I was buying a car, and he took me on a test drive. We drove around the block for a little bit and came back, and I got out and I was in another room. The manager thought I had left, but I got to overhear the manager dressing him down on why he didn't sell me the car. You missed out on the opportunity for pride of ownership, and you should have told him. It was just like all these buzzwords, but it was they have such an aggressive tactic, and they just want to intimidate you and kind of break you down as a customer. Make you feel like you're the word. It's like the timeshares.
Timeshare thing.
Oh, you're just here to waste my time? Oh, okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
I bought a truck at Northwest Motorsports. I just called up. I just said, look, what's the pickup you have that nobody wants to buy? Well, all of our pickups. I said, no, just one that's got nothing in it. Nothing. 0, 0, 0. Like the bottom of the barrel. Well, we do have whatever the year was. I said, what color is white? Okay, and it's got nothing. Yeah, it's sitting a while. Nobody really wants it because it just doesn't have any features. I said, I'll take it. And he goes, okay, yeah. So the price on it, said, I don't want to know. I told you that story, right?
Is this the Tacoma that you bought and then never picked up ever?
Yes.
What happened to it?
They drove it. He kept calling. Hey, do you want to come get it? Hey, you want to come get it? It's been like 2 days, a
we
week,
had him on
3
too,
weeks.
to talk about.
Then he came on.
Yeah.
And then after about a month, he's like, you got to get this car out of here. Most people, when they buy a car, they're pretty excited about it. They come down the next day and get the car. I don't have time. Whatever. So he was really nice. He drove it all the way to SeaTac Airport. And when Nick got off the plane, the truck was there for her. Yeah.
And you still have it?
I gave it to Rye.
That's right.
Yeah. Still don't know what I paid for it.
Interesting.
Didn't want to know. Didn't want to know. Don't want to know. Just don't. If I don't know the numbers, I can't get upset.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Nice guys from Northwest Motorsports. Trucks, and more trucks.
How about a truck from them, too?
Did you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Jay Buhner get you in there?
No, sir.
Trucks, and more trucks. They're getting all that advertisement for free. Here comes Nate. Check your traffic.
Home Comfort Alliance has the update. We cleared our collision in Linwood North 5 at 405. All lanes back open. You got scattered backups, though, starting in Shoreline, Seattle to Everett. Still a 1 hour commute, 50 just to Linwood. Bellevue to Everett looking great, though. 35 minutes. It's slow from Kirkland into Bothell. Nothing heavy here. Linwood to Seattle, a 25-minute drive. A little slow in Linwood, and then again from Northgate into downtown. Bellevue to Renton, just 25 minutes. Both lake bridges are all clear. North 5 heading into Seattle is struggling, though. It's packed approaching the West Seattle.
I know they're going to come in there. I know they're going to come in there. They're going to customize it. Just don't go nuts on the price. I was amazed. It was truly customized. I guess the fact that we were working with a local company, family run, been around for 22 years, they did absolutely the most magnificent job in the garage. Complete wall of cabinets. They built cabinets in the washer-dryer room and made sure that the wood would match the wood that was already in there. That was crazy cool. And then a master bedroom that is like something you'd see in some of those $50 million houses or something. There's little drawers for everything. I just wish I had more watches to put in all the drawers. It's just the best. When Closets by Design comes to your house, they sit down with a free consultation. They'll show you all the spots in your house that could give you the storage that you want, and they do it in an amazing way that really makes you feel great. Everything is organized. There's no stress. 40% off plus 15% off. That makes it feel even better. 1-800-BY-DESIGN. That's 1-800-BY-DESIGN. That's closetsbydesign.com.
Insulation rebates from PSE are at historic highs. American Crawl Space and Pest Services gave over $3 million in PSE insulation rebates last year, more than any contractor in Washington. Homeowners, business owners, and PSE trust American Crawl Space and Pest Services. Was your home built before 1990? Visit AmericanCrawl.com to see how much you can save on replacing your insulation.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
It started as a puddle.
Where?
In the shower.
Uh-oh.
Then the kitchen sink.
Started backing up?
Yeah.
I know where this is going.
Clogged up.
Right. No problem.
Beg your pardon?
There's no clog we can't clear.
You're Dan.
From Apollo Plumbing.
This is going to get pricey.
How about $83?
To clear my drain?
Apollo Plumbing clears main drains every day.
For $83?
$83 or it's free.
What's the catch?
No catch. We'll even do a camera inspection.
Why's that?
It's the best way to find the cause of your clog.
And it's included?
No extra charge. Truth is, we hate clogs.
I don't love them.
Seen them all.
Ew.
I promise, there's no clog Apollo can't clear.
Guaranteed.
83 or free.
Goodbye, slow drains.
All it takes is an accessible clean out.
And Apollo gets my drains draining again.
You call, we come, it's fixed.
My heroes.
Just doing our job.
Thank you, Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Xfinity Tech Support, Matthew speaking.
Hi, I live in a pretty remote place, like Jurassic Park remote. No!
Wow.
Will Xfinity Mobile work out here?
Yep, the combination of reliable Wi-Fi and 5G makes it so that you can stay connected in all kinds of places. Plus, you get access to ultra-fast speeds and coverage, whether you're poolside or out live streaming with a T-Rex.
Hold still, you're about to go viral.
Welcome to a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Then check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into Video Only. If you don't, you'll be sorry.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring the check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated, so don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert, or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart, just complete the purchase. Hurry, this deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
It's a great time to visit Subaru of Puyallup during the Subaru A Lot to Love event for extra savings through March 31st. Visit your stress-free dealership, SubaruofPuyallup.com.
Are you watching it? It's so sad. All right, everybody. Hey, March Madness is getting started. Who's got your brackets in already? Anybody doing that here? Nate? No. Andrew?
One,
no.
yeah.
No. March Madness? Anybody care?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. By the way, you know what? I've held back for 2 hours. 3 hours now. I brought those cookies in. You ate the entire cookie, Nate.
Right here.
You ate the entire cookie.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. Aaron told me you ate the whole cookie.
Well, Aaron's a liar.
No, Aaron is not a liar.
He gave
those
me
cookies
his last piece.
Well, yeah, well, repeat that, Andrew.
The cookies were as big as your face.
Andrew has something to say.
Nate gave me the last piece of his.
Yeah.
So he didn't
How much? Explain it as part of your face.
Like an eighth of it.
Like what, your chin?
Like this much.
Like your cheek?
Like the size of his palm of his hand.
Yeah, palm of the hand.
No way.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
How many cookies were there?
There were like 10.
I didn't even
giant box. I put them out there. They were from 14 karat.
Yeah.
And Nate ate an entire one. As big as a manhole cover.
No, I think you owe me an apology.
I had that box on my desk.
I don't want to bring it up. Let me know when we're on the air. I don't want to bring it up.
I sent a message to Isaiah at the front desk about 3 hours ago.
It's
I said,
diabolical.
Hey, I need you
What
to
you
check
did,
the
Nate.
cameras. Somebody stole our cookies.
Yes.
Because I never even saw them. I didn't open the box.
I put it on your desk. I took it away because I see you're starting to get some back fat. I put it on the table. Opened the box, and there it was, like something from like a pharaoh's tomb, just beautifully displayed.
It was glowing. You're right.
Yeah, there are a whole bunch of them stacked high. And I thought, well, this would be enough to feed everybody because at 3 o'clock there's nobody here. This is enough to feed everybody for like about a week.
What?
Oh, no. Oh, Nate, like stumble bum comes in there. Oh, like the Cookie Monster. Yeah, just falling out of his mouth. More cookies. So I'm in the bathroom doing God's natural business.
I want those cookies.
And I see Aaron. Aaron's at the other urinal, my favorite.
Sure.
And I go, yeah, but those cookies going? Like, where do any more? And then he
lied to you.
His silky voice. Well, actually, it was Nate ate an entire cookie on his own.
And we've figured out that he's a liar.
Okay, well then I don't have to bring him in here.
I wish I could have one cookie. I wish I knew what the cookies looked like.
You gotta always check that table every single 5 minutes to see what's out there.
God, it was a thing of beauty.
What kind were they? Chocolate chip?
Oh, chocolate chip. Why don't you ask Nate?
Snickerdoodle?
Oatmeal raisin.
Yeah.
Just the best cookies I've ever had in my life.
See, we're all stuck in here. We're not going to go downstairs and pay $3 for a Snickers bar. When that stuff shows up, It's like Hunger Games.
Well, that's why I kept it on my desk.
I know. I'm sorry.
People were coming around. What you got in there? I said, I don't know. I haven't
Andrew,
opened
let
it
me
yet.
know when we're on.
Maybe.
It's gonna Nate traffic. Okay. Nate, yeah. Can you do traffic without your mouth full of cookie?
Yeah, Seattle Sports has the update. North 5 is packed between the West Seattle Bridge and the Ship Canal. It's starting to thin down, but it's still taking a half hour to get through downtown. South 5, stop and go from the U District through downtown. North 5, we're stop and go further north between Shoreline and Linwood. Seattle to Linwood is a 45-minute drive as we continue to recover from an earlier collision up at that 405 interchange. Seattle to Federal Way already thinning out, taking just 25 minutes. North 405 slow from South Center through the Renton S-curves. South 405, you're slow from Bellevue into Renton. Tacoma to Olympia, still a 1-hour commute. Again, the brunt of this is this relentless 4-mile bumper-to-bumper grind through JBLM starting near Thorn Lane. More scattered slowing between Lacey and Olympia. And we have a high wind advisory they just issued this afternoon over the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
Seattle's new mayor is laying out a big vision.
She offered few specifics.
Engaging conversation.
Has anybody noticed their electric bill? It's diabolical, Ursula.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Every 2 minutes, an American is sexually assaulted. Be the someone who gives their time. Be the someone who lends an ear. Be the someone who takes a step. This is Christina Ricci with RAIN, asking you to join the fight against sexual violence and volunteer in your community. Log on to RAIN.org, that's RAINN.org, to learn how you can be the someone.
This message brought to you by the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network and this station.
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a Best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Hey, Brock Hewitt here with my buddy, Dr. Daniel Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. The stem cell therapy you did on my knee was a game changer. But Dr. Dan, people ask me all the time if you're seeing the same kind of success treating neck and back pain with stem cell therapy.
Great question, Brock. As you know from your experience, we've had tremendous success treating major joints like hips, knees, and shoulders, but we've also seen excellent results treating neck and lower back pain. In fact, we're the only clinic in the Seattle area offering image-guided stem cell and PRP injection therapy specifically for neck and low back pain.
How cool is that? If joint, neck, or back pain is holding you back, call Dr. Daniel Nelson at Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine and find out if stem cell therapy may be right for you. Dr. Dan here is the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. Call Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD, at 425-823-4000 or visit danielnelsonmd.com. That's 425-823-4000 or danielnelsonmd.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
High five.
Up top.
Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Heck yeah!
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Yes!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! For a limited time, now through March 29th, switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 150 megabit internet and Security Edge for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Don't wait. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees.
Many financial plans include some level of tax awareness. When retirement begins, considering taxes isn't enough. One overlooked tax decision can quietly cost families thousands over time. At Madrona Financial and CPAs, your plan isn't built around products. It's built around coordination. Licensed CPAs and experienced advisors working together, aligning investments, retirement income, and intergenerational planning using tax-efficient strategies. Madrona Financial and CPAs. Planning built on credentials. Madrona Financial Services is an SEC registered investment advisor.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. The U.S. Treasury has lifted until April 19th sanctions on Iranian oil loaded onto vessels before March 20th. It's Washington's latest step to stem a supply crisis over the Middle East war, according to CBS's Kelly O'Grady.
In some ways, it would be a Band-Aid. The idea would be to cap the price of oil. This likely wouldn't bring it down because, remember, this is simple economics, right? You add more supply to the market and you keep demand the same, your prices would go down. Or if, you're able to cap it, you make sure that it doesn't go up.
Today's authorization does not apply to deliveries of oil to Cuba, North Korea, or Russian-occupied areas of Ukraine. President Trump may be making some changes when it comes to operations in the Middle East.
Posting on social media, the president said, quoting here, "We are getting very close to meeting our objectives as we consider winding down our great military efforts in the Middle East with respect to the terrorist regime of Iran." The president mentions the degradation of Iran's military operations. And at the same time, he says the Strait of Hormuz will have to, quote, be guarded and policed as necessary by other nations who use it. The United States does not. If asked, we will help these countries. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
Iran is threatening to strike recreational and tourist sites worldwide, insisting it is still building missiles. As Iranians celebrated the Persian New Year today, Israeli strikes landed in Tehran. Iran launched more attacks on Israel and energy sites in neighboring Gulf Arab states in response. Thousands of residents on Hawaii's North Shore are under evacuation orders after about 30 inches of rain this week on the island of Oahu. Officials are keeping an eye on a 120-year-old dam. CBS's Rob Marciano.
Rising reservoir waters threaten a dam failure.
Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Evacuate now, because the dam has not failed at this point, but it is at imminent risk to do so.
The fast-rising floodwaters have led to multiple rescues. Members of the National Guard have been called in to help with evacuations, some residents escaping on their own, while others are trapped.
The Justice Department moves to dismiss the criminal case against 2 former Louisville police officers who are facing civil rights charges in the shooting death of Breonna Taylor. CBS's Sarah Lynch.
Once the government moves to dismiss a case with prejudice, there's very little a judge can do. Generally, when something like this happens, a judge has to agree. Now, they could, in theory, hold a hearing. We've seen that before. Last year, for example, the Justice Department moved to dismiss the Eric Adams case. So there's a chance that the judge could ask questions before this is dismissed. But at the end of the day, this is where it's headed.
This is CBS News.
Go to the ends of the earth, half a world away. Reach for the stars.
If I take time to think, they might go get Brad.
On CBS, Sunday morning.
Drier weather, but rivers still on the rise.
More on that coming up, but Nate Connors is at the real-time traffic desk.
Hey, thanks, John. Subaru of Puyallup has our update. Let's start you here in Seattle, where North 5 is packed from the West Seattle Bridge all the way across the Ship Canal Bridge. Pretty solid now. It's about a half hour to get through this. South 5, we're not too bad. Stop and go from the U District into downtown. North 5 is north of Seattle. Stop and go between Shoreline, starting at 145th into Mill Creek. Seattle to Mill Creek, plan on 40 minutes. Bellevue to Linwood is a half hour. It's crowded from Kirkland into Bothell, then you're going to break free. North 5 slows from South Center through the Renton S curves. South 405, you're slow from Southeast 8th and Bellevue down to Northeast 44th there near the VMAC. Bellevue to Renton, though, less than 25 minutes. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway already thinning out. We're down to a half hour. Tacoma to Olympia staying steady at 1 hour with this 4-mile bumper-to-bumper grind through JBLM that starts near Thor Lane, and then more scattered slowing between Lacey and Olympia. Visit Subaru of Puyallup for friendly experts, transparent pricing, genuine care, and savings during the Subaru A Lot to Love event through March 31st. Subaru of Puyallup.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good evening. I'm John Repp. It might be sunny outside for a change, but flooding is still expected along the Snohomish River through Saturday morning near Monroe and in the city of Snohomish. This follows days of persistent rain. Meteorologist Deb McMillan with the National Weather Service says relief is in sight.
The situation, fortunately, appears to be improving. Now, as we go into the weekend, things will trend drier and we will see that threat decrease.
And the Weather Service also warns of increased landslide potential. KIRO 7 TV's Dee Sun reports a mudslide is blocking I-5 northbound in Whatcom County.
This is just south of Bellingham at Lake Samish Road. Trees and boulders are covering the highway in 2 spots. You can see the mess there. WashDOT says engineers are out assessing the situation this morning. There's still no estimate on when this highway will reopen.
State agriculture officials confirm bird flu in a Skagit County domestic chicken flock, the first such case this year. With spring migration underway, the risk of spread is rising. Rising gas prices aren't just hurting commuters. Dylan Honcoop with Save Family Farm says they're also driving many farms to the brink.
The costs keep stacking up, and they have to decide how much longer can we keep doing this, and will this be the one that finally ends our family's legacy after potentially many generations.
He says many farmers are still recovering from the impacts of tariffs and labor issues. And a ruptured 1950s-era water line shut down Hauser Way North in Renton today.
Approximately about noon today, a 16-inch cast iron water main failed.
Ron Straka with the city of Renton says the cause is still under investigation, but they hope to reopen the road by 8 p.m. Lime Scooters will be watching your riding habits in Seattle starting this June. The company is rolling out something called Lime Vision, AI-enhanced cameras that can tell if you're riding on a bike lane or street. Downtown Seattle Association CEO John Scholes recently talked about it.
Lime Vision is coming to half the fleet by June, a system that, well, you'll get in trouble if you ride on the sidewalk.
Lime tells GeekWire that the scooters will sound an alert if you're on the sidewalk and tell you to stop. Your weather, sunshine peeking through the clouds in Seattle. A chance of rain tonight. It's 58 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm John Repp, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Hi, you've reached the John Curley Show listener introduction line.
All right,
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you enjoy the show. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Sue Bell, and I'm in Palm Beach, and it's a Friday. And I know you've been thinking all day, what does Sue Bell wear on Friday? Well, this Friday, I'm doing a white and gold thing. Now you don't have to worry anymore. I'm in white.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if I change colors tomorrow, but today we're having a white day.
Oh, she's in her
underneath
underwear.
The banana tree.
Oh my God! Did you see that? Like the old lady underwear, the thing with like all extra layers of stuff.
Too much.
Oh, well, look at this! Can't be seen. All right, here we go. The John Curley Show. Sorry about that, everybody. There we go.
Reminder, you got to write some quiz questions.
I will. I'll write the quiz questions. All right. Here's the story from just, 2 days ago? Something like that.
Yesterday.
Seattle police say that crash scene spanned 5 blocks. The driver lost control, hit 7 cars along Greenwood Avenue before that passenger hopped behind the wheel and stopped it just down this hill.
Good job, passenger, for thinking on their feet.
It's an astonishing situation. You can see beat-up cars on the side of the road and the bus left with severe damage to the front end and a busted-out window. The bus finally stopped just feet from Rashami Ariel's salon.
I hear the sound.
Ariel says people waiting at the bus stop scrambled to get out of its way, and she worried it was going to crash into her business.
I was scared because the bus coming like this way to my salon.
Seattle police say the bus driver was taken to the hospital as a precaution, and so were the passenger who stopped the bus and the driver of a separate car. People who were nearby say that passenger's quick actions likely helped prevent even more injuries, and they wonder if they could have done the same.
It's like, how long would it take me to get off of my phone to realize just how serious this was?
She's laughing at the end. I think it's so unfair that they refer to good job, bus person, or good job, bus rider, passenger. Come on now. That's not a way to treat a hero. Ernie Mackinson getting the true bit of respect and celebrity that you deserve. Hey, Mac, can I call you Mac?
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay. So the story goes, it was around 11 o'clock in the morning. We just heard all that, right? It's the Route 5 bus heading down Greenwood Avenue. Where were you seated on the bus, Mac, when you happened to notice something was wrong?
In the very back.
In the back. You normally hang out in the back?
Well, I was just sitting in the back going, I was headed to the senior center to have lunch.
Ah, I see. And then, so was it after he struck the first car or when he was careening into the other 6 that you thought, hey, I think something's wrong here?
Well, when he hit the first car, I stood up, and there was a lot of women up front, and I thought they were, because they were around the driver, I thought they were dealing with it, and so there was a guy there, and I thought he was dealing with it, but then when he kept hitting vehicles, someone yelled out, "Hey, he's not stopping!" So I ran up and pushed my way in. Past everybody.
Wait, Mac. You're in the back of the bus. You're in the back of the bus.
Right.
There's a bunch of people already there next to the guy. No one was doing anything?
No, they weren't doing anything. They were just yelling at him. And he wasn't responding. He was gone, dude.
Yeah.
So I put my finger in his eye. And he didn't blink. So I started pounding on his chest.
Well, I think CPR starts with, not putting the finger in the eye. That's an old war move, isn't it, Mac, to make sure the person's not dead?
Yeah, make sure you have a response. Yeah, that was,
Yeah. Okay, so after you poke him in the eye, well, first of all, you got to get past everybody else that just standing around like, stop hitting cars. Like, what were they yelling at him?
They were yelling, you got just yelling, how chicks are.
General yelling. Okay. So you poke him in the eye, and that doesn't seem to do it. Nothing makes a driver be less likely to hit a car than when he's got your finger in his eye. But that's not working.
I touched his eye.
Oh, okay. All right,
he was hitting cars anyway.
He's hitting cars. At that point, he's hitting cars. So the bus is still...
I'm trying,
yeah.
At the same time, I'm trying to drive.
Wow.
I got my hand on the steering wheel, on the other hand, trying to get this guy back to life. So I'm pounding in his chest, and he didn't respond, so I got in between the driver and the steering column.
Wow.
And then when I hit the brake, finally got his foot off the gas pedal, I hit the brakes, and my face went through the window, and my glasses got broke, and so then I steered it to the curb, and I threw the air brakes on.
Wow.
And I unbuckled him, and I tossed him to the ground, and that's when he raised up off the ground and took a deep breath. He came back. He wasn't there, dude. I mean, he was not.
Wow.
There. He was not there. He was not responding to any stimulant or anything.
Jeez.
He was gone, man.
Right. Wow. So while you were trying to get between the driver's lifeless body and the steering wheel, because it went on to hit 7 more cars. So the first hits the Honda. Then were you the guy that was trying to steer it away from the next 6, or at that point you just kind of like a bowling ball?
He had all these hysterical women up front yelling and screaming at him, and he wasn't there.
Right.
Try to get through all these women that are yelling and pushing you and trying to take charge.
Yeah. So what you say, ladies, have a seat. Let me take over.
No, I just kind of pushed my way through there in a polite way without getting hit.
Yeah, okay. But wait a minute, Mac, wasn't there another guy up front? I thought you said there were women up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was yelling at him too.
Yeah. Just so he's just yelling at the bus driver, stop hitting cars. But Mac, what did you know? They say that heroes don't know they're heroes until all of a sudden it's called upon them. Did you know that you had this in you, Mac, or is this something you've done before?
No, I haven't. No, dude. You just cowboy up. You know what I mean?
Right. But are you the guy? You're the guy that's always like there to help out, like.
I am. You can count on me.
Right.
I'm the guy that will get you home to your old lady regardless of the situation.
So someone says, hey, help her. I think she's going to throw up. I need you to hold her hair back. Is that you, Mac?
No. No, you're mistaken for me a kumbaya, dude. I'm not that.
It says here that 2 people went to the hospital. The guy you poked in the eye and then threw on the floor, and then his life was saved. He went to the hospital. You also went. You're 64 years old. You injured your arm. Are you okay now?
No, my spinal column is swollen, and I'm in a gosh dang walker, and I lost my job.
Wow, all of that? You lost your job?
Yeah, dude. I lost my job. Now, this is a real... I know we're on radio, so I won't say it, but
That's okay.
This is a real kick in the gut.
Yeah.
When my backpack was in the back of the bus, some dude darted on the bus when I'm up front, and I'm steering to the curb, jumped in and took money and my key bank card out of my backpack.
Oh my God!
And some lady told the police, "Yeah, I saw him. I thought it was his backpack, and I didn't say nothing. But yeah, I saw him. The guy take it."
Oh my God, Mac! So the bus is damaged. All the cars are damaged. The people are freaking out. The bus driver's unconscious, most likely a heart attack or something, or stroke. And somebody comes on the bus and steals your backpack.
No, he went through it. It was all on the ground.
Wow.
Took my money and my key bank card.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Mac is probably saving lives.
Yes. So what's going on now in your life? So when was this? Yesterday. So here we are, 24 hours later. What's going on now, Mac? So where, you key card, the cash, you said you lost your job and you got a bad back?
Yeah, my spinal cord is swollen, and I got these, they had me on morphine. They had me on fentanyl in the hospital.
Jeez.
Because my back and spine is swollen, and I'm getting these sharp pains and in my arm and my neck, and they got me on a walker, like some old dude.
Wow.
And
yeah, Mac, don't get caught up in that walker life where you start changing out the tennis balls. You don't want to be caught in that world. No.
Well, that's where I'm at, dude.
No, dude.
I'm in pain.
I understand. What job did you have, Mac, other than when you're not saving bus drivers' lives? What's the other?
I'm a licensed heavy equipment operator, and I've been painting as an independent contractor, and I lost that. I lost some asshole stole my money.
Okay,
sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. And you let that one go.
All right.
So what's the next thing for you, Mac? Is there any way we can help you?
Yeah, I called Metro. Now, you ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear this.
Metro said they're not liable from the glasses of being broke when my face went through the windshield. And they hung up on me.
Wait a minute. I don't believe that. They're not responsible for what? They're not responsible for your glasses or not responsible for your face?
They're not. They didn't say responsible. They're not liable. That's what they said.
Yeah.
They said they are not liable.
If this thing went on through a bus stop or on the sidewalk, people could be dead right now.
Yeah,
and they're not even trying to help.
Yeah, I think they're liable. I can't imagine you signed any waiver getting on the bus saying no. If you were on an airplane and there were all sorts of problems and someone was hurt on an airplane, they'd be suing the airlines. I talked to
a supervisor, and he said it was I don't know his name. He had a real long name. He's like, I'm not trying to be not politically correct.
Yeah.
He was like an Indian guy from India.
I never think would anybody ever accuse you of being politically correct, Mac. That's just a sense I get being on the phone with you. But go ahead.
No, you're right. I'm not.
Yeah.
yeah. But anyways, I don't have a criminal record. I don't do drugs. Okay, I don't wear my pants down to my knees, and show my behind.
Mm-hmm.
I work, and I called him up, and I asked him, and he says, "No, we are not liable." And he hung up. He straight up, and I called back again, and he wouldn't answer the phone.
Huh. Wow.
Straight up.
Well, were you slightly rude with him?
I was asking for help, man. I wouldn't know. I know better than that, dude. I'm asking you for help. I'm saying, hey, man, I'm the guy that stopped the bus.
Yeah.
And I broke my glasses. My face the shoulder went through the window. Can you please help me? I mean, I don't have the money to, replace these glasses. And will you please? And he says, well, Metro's not liable, sir. I don't know why you're asking us for assistance, but we're not liable. And he hung up.
Yeah. So I'm looking online. Pendergrass Law has got stuff. I think they advertise on us. Pendergrass Law.
I believe so.
Yeah. Violent motions of a transit crash, compressed, severe spinal tissue problems and stuff. Yeah, I think you might have a case here, Mac. Legal rights after public transportation injuries. Washington law provides specific protection for transit accident victims. That'd be you after pursuing claims against the government, blah, blah, blah. King County and Sound Transit aren't typically defendants. They operate under special rules that affect everything from filing deadlines to damage. He goes, yeah, we can help you navigate. So, hey, Pendergrass Law, who I think advertises here on KIRO.
Yes.
You want their phone number?
We'll put them in touch.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we're gonna put you in touch. We want to get your glasses back.
Yes.
We want you to get your
money back, your bank card.
His pants are pants are still up, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They should have been giving him an award.
Yeah,
and they're hanging up on him.
Where's the Mac Maxon Day they should be having there? You save lives, for crying out loud. You are you're the Keanu Reeves of Seattle.
That's right.
Yeah, look at that bus didn't have to jump over a bridge or something. You would have been able to handle it, Mac. All right,
I would have.
Yeah, we're gonna be like Jesse Jones. We're gonna get the bottom of this one for you. We're gonna milk this baby for weeks.
Come on, Mac.
All right, Mac. You try to hang in there, okay?
Here's the
police
incident report. This is a number.
Yeah.
Hold that thought, Mac. We'll get it off the air.
Off the air. Okay, what are you going to do this weekend? You going to save any more lives? There's a little swear word for you. Okay. All right. Well, Mac, you are one of a kind, and Seattle is better for you being here. And apparently, if according to Mac Mackinson, if you see somebody who's not responsive, you
the little gentle
poke in the eye, and then throw them on the floor.
Once you need to get them out of the way so you can save everybody's life.
Yes, exactly. I'm sorry, I skipped that part of it. All right, Mac, Joe's going to get on the phone with you when we go to the break, and then we're going to connect you with Pendergrass Law. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll call you right back. Thanks, Mac. Thanks for being on. Here comes Nate checking traffic, Nathan.
Yep, Tacoma to Olympia, still a 1-hour drive, a 3 to 4 mile bumper-to-bumper back up through JBLM. It starts right there at Thorn Lane, and then more scattered slowing between Lacey and Olympia. The Valley Freeway has pretty much cleared out, has in the north end. Southbound 167 in the south end remains just a little crowded between Pacific and Sumner. We've got a new crash in Tukwila. It just occurred about 10 minutes ago, South 5, right at 405. 4 of your 5 lanes are blocked. 4 left lanes are blocked, and right now you're bumper to bumper heading into that Duwamish curve. South 405 slows from Southeast 8th and Bellevue to the Renton Landing. Bellevue to Renton, plan on 20 minutes. North 5 in Seattle, we're clearing out pretty quickly now. It is packed at Mercer to the Ship Canal Bridge. Less than 20 minutes to get through this. South 5, stop and go from the U District in the downtown. Seattle to Linwood, a half hour. Bellevue to Linwood, 35 minutes. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
Seattle's new mayor is laying out a big vision.
She offered few specifics.
Engaging conversation.
Has anybody noticed their electric bill? It's diabolical, Ursula.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Welcome to this week's Puget Sound Express Whale Report. Even though it's gray whale season in the Salish Sea, whale watchers are abuzz about a trio of Biggs orcas seen in our waters this week, according to naturalists from Puget Sound Express. These orcas have never been seen in Puget Sound before. Researchers believe these orcas, given the names T419, 420, and 421, might be based in the Gulf of Alaska. Naturalists from Puget Sound Express also reported a rare fin whale last weekend near Port Townsend. Fin whales are the world's second largest whale and are only seen in our waters every few years. Family-run Puget Sound Express offers guaranteed gray whale tours departing from Edmonds and Port Townsend. In addition to grays, orcas and humpbacks are also in the area. Puget Sound Express tours are Seattle's most popular and well-reviewed whale tours. They guarantee you'll see whales or your next trip is absolutely free. Book online at PugetSoundExpress.com.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
Thanks for calling CM Heating.
Aren't you the company that gives away free furnaces?
That's us. Buy a qualifying high-efficiency cooling system and the furnace is free.
Wow.
Yeah, and our home comfort advisors are tax credit and rebate specialists, so they'll handle the rebate for you.
Go to CM Heating for better comfort, lower bills, and a free furnace you'll love for years. Get your free estimate for furnace replacement at cmheating.com. And remember, for furnaces, fireplaces, hot water, and total home comfort, including electrical,
there's no beating CM Heating.
So, how's your research going?
Surprising! After I figured out the top-rated TVs in our price range, I went shopping for deals.
And who's the best?
It wasn't the internet, and it wasn't the warehouse club.
But?
It was video only. They had better deals on the Samsung, LG, and the Sony TVs that got the highest scores.
Better than online and at the club?
I know! Video only beat them all. And now we can afford an even better model for the same price. My research really paid off.
If we buy it video only.
Exactly. Otherwise, we'll be sorry.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or microwaves, but you will find the best deals on top-rated TVs, soundbars, and monitors. Shop around. Just make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't,
you'll be sorry.
In South Center, Bellevue, Linwood, Federal Way, and Tacoma, Video Only.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good evening, I'm Aaron Granillo. It is still an active scene right now in Everett where a man died overnight in an officer-involved shooting. Police say they shot that man after trying to de-escalate the situation as he was firing a gun into the air. KIRO 7 TV's Jason Sloss has more.
Evelyn Sanchez lives down the street and says her mother woke up to the gunfire.
She said it scared her pretty bad. She didn't know what was going on.
No officer was hurt in the shooting. It's unclear whether the man shot at officers or how many officers fired their weapons.
The shooting happened near Emerson Elementary and St. Mary Magdalene School. They were both closed for the day today. A Canadian resident was contagious with the measles when they traveled through SeaTac Airport earlier this month. Public Health Seattle King County says that person passed through the airport on March 9th. The person is no longer in King County. Their vaccination status is unknown. The state has reported 28 measles cases so far this year. After nearly a century, CBS News Radio is shutting its doors for good. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey has reaction from a longtime journalist and CBS Radio correspondent.
Herb Weisbaum, better known these days as the Consumer Man, was a CBS News Radio correspondent for years. He says the loss of the network leaves another void in a growing landscape of shrinking legacy media and fewer trusted national news sources.
You have to have a free press, and you have to have the press. You have to be out there covering stuff, and if you're not covering it and the citizens aren't informed, you can't have a democracy.
CBS says it will shut down its radio news division for good on May 22nd. In a statement, company executives acknowledged the decision is difficult for staff and colleagues. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Washington Husky women are moving on to the second round of the NCAA tournament. The number 6 seed dominated South Dakota State today. On the men's side, the Gonzaga Bulldogs took down Kennesaw State last night. This fan tells KIRO 7 TV.
We're going to go right into April and get a natty finally.
Bulldogs take on Texas tomorrow. The Husky women will face TCU on Sunday. It's the first time they've advanced to the round of 32 since 2017. Now to the real-time traffic desk at 5:32, checking in with Nacon.
Thanks, Aaron. Home Comfort Alliance has our update. We've got a big crash in Tukwila. It's South 5 just before 405, blocking 4 left lanes, including the HOV lane. That leaves 2 right lanes open. Traffic is bumper to bumper at MLK Junior Way. Westbound 90 midspan, we've got a new stall blocking your right lane. Tacoma to Olympia, we're still at an hour with a 3 to 4 mile thick backup through JBLM. More scattered slowing between Lacey and Olympia. South 405, still slows from Southeast 8th and Bellevue down to the Renton Landing. Now, you're close to freeway speeds through a good chunk of this, so Bellevue to Renton is just a 20-minute drive. North 5 through Seattle's bumper to bumper at Mercer to the Ship Canal Bridge. About 15 to 20 minutes gets you through this. South 5, stop and go from the U District through downtown. Seattle to Linwood and Bellevue to Linwood are both right around a half hour. I-5 slows from Shoreline through Linwood. 405 is slow between Kirkland and Canyon Park, and again right there at that Alderwood interchange. Get ready to be transported back to the golden era of rock. It's John Waite with John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. Live at the Emerald Queen Casino, April 9th. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate. Now to your forecast. We do have some chances for light showers overnight tonight and then drying out this weekend, but rivers are on the rise still, so see some major flooding possibly on the Snohomish near Monroe. Right now, 58 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right. Well, we're going to thank Mac for coming on. Okay. Need to go see? Wilcox. I'm sorry. I got so excited. Wilcox Family Farm Eggs. Spin the wheel there. I believe Teeny's going to spin. Teeny, thank you very much. There you go. All the names of all the players are on the wheel, and it is brightly colored with many lights that flash around. That's what we have it on. And it lands on Joe. Joe, I know you're busy with a bunch of other things, but a quick recipe.
I got to go with the old Mac the Bus Hero egg recipe. You take a Wilcox Family Farm egg, you poke it right in the eye.
Yes.
Then you drop it on the pan, scramble it up. It's called the Mac Poke in the Eye Bus Hero recipe.
There you go. Boy, that is quite timely. That's going to be there, and that's going to be one of those things that people probably once a year at this time will be enjoying that particular recipe in a leather brown book sent to your house. All right, hey, we're going to play the Know-It-All quiz because we had actually somebody text us like 5 hours ago saying I have something interesting about myself.
Aha!
So let's meet our contestant now. Unsolicited to play the game. Here we go. I don't know. I forgot. Here's a piece of paper.
Start
again here. Here's contestant now. Now.
You want a Chuck Norris joke? Oh,
no. Her name is Tina. She lives in Briar. And the one interesting thing about her is that her favorite boss at Fred Meyer and Burien got busted for driving their forklift through the Burger King drive-thru. Bum. Tina, did you know? Did you have any sort of inkling that your manager there at Fred Meyer had the skills to drive a forklift through the Burger King drive-thru?
Oh, yes, I did. Ooh. Hello.
Hey.
I sure did. I was still in my late teens. Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm not anymore. And yeah, he was a really cool dude.
Yeah.
It was a deal. When I worked the night shift, we shut the registers down, and this was before there was scanning and all of this stuff. I worked in home improvement, and garden center. And it wasn't very fun, but it was fun to work with Daryl Walker. I'll never forget him.
Oh. Okay, we're getting him on next. He had the fullest
head of grayish black hair and a big round smiley face and a little heavy set, but he was great. And he had a kid that was a little bit younger than me. Who played football, and their favorite song was "Welcome to the Jungle." I remember that, but I thought back then, he's old. He has gray hair. Yeah, he'd drive the forklift up there and get us some dinner.
Whoa! Wait! So Fred Meyer closes down, and for the evening, and then he says, with his big shock of white hair, singing "Welcome to the Jungle," I'm sure. He gets on the forklift, and this was a normal thing that he would drive through the Burger King with the forklift? Yeah?
Multiple times, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Somebody spotted him and knocked him off, and he got shipped off to Puyallup, and I never saw him again.
Shipped
off.
But
Burger King was in the news yesterday, which reminded me.
Yes, that's it all comes back to you. So somebody narked out, like, hey, Daryl Walker's, after we close everything down, he gets on a forklift and goes over to Burger King. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever find out who that person was that ratted him out?
No, I would have poked their eyes out if I knew.
Yes, there you go. There's a lot of eye poking. Seems to be a theme of the show.
That's right.
So, do you remember your last day at Fred Meyer? Did they do like a big send off for you?
There was some really weird crud going on because they kind of wanted to get rid of me after I twisted my ankle going out the back like a slope thing, wearing unsuitable boots.
Oh.
But I didn't do the worker comp thing or anything, but I stayed for a little bit longer, and there were a few people there that actually liked me, and I said I was retiring, and I wasn't even 20 years old yet. Somebody gave me a sun chair to sit in and an umbrella for the sun, and I don't know.
Nice.
This one chick, because she was getting into my register at night. Before she left, cash was missing.
Oh, boy.
Oh. So there you are standing there. You're an innocent bystander with your unsuitable boots, and somebody's stealing stuff out of your drawer.
That's right. And you know what? That cash had the construction workers' sweat on it, a lot of it, because it was in the home improvement department. And back then, they carried around the cash in their tight Levi's in the front pockets. Yeah.
I wasn't sure where that was going, Tina. At first, you had the construction worker. I assumed he was going to be kind of a masculine guy with bulging muscles with a big thing of something in his front pocket.
Some of them are just ugly. A lot of them are ugly. Some of them, those things with the old ones with the buttons in the front, the button fly.
Oh, button flies, yes.
Yeah. Okay. We could talk. We should get you and Mac on together.
Oh my!
Yeah. In fact, that's going to be yes, exactly. Because I'm sure you guys have lots of stories. Well, listen, Darrell Walker, wherever he is, I'm sure he's still driving the forklifts around. Where are you now working, Tina? Can we ask?
I am in health insurance, and I do triage for prior authorizations and inpatient admissions, and I load them or move them along for the clinicians to review. And
you come a long way from the lawn and garden department there at Fred Meyer. When you drive by the old Fred Meyer, you're like, there it is.
I don't go to the hood no more, man. No. My mom and my lazy ass niece live in the hood. I don't go down there. I don't have a concealed carry yet, so.
Wow. So, any advice to your niece?
Get off your butt and get a job, girl. You're 20 years old. You have a baby living with my mom, who is your grandmother, and you never had a job. Go to Wicked Fred Meyer, you little brat.
Right. Where's the dad? Why isn't the dad taking care of the kid?
Oh, that's my brother. She's actually my niece. My brother just got clean and sober within the last few months here.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Haven't seen him in years.
Well,
but I know he's okay.
That's good. We will pray for his continued recovery. All right.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's have some fun, man.
Yeah, okay, right. Tony's interchanges. Here we go. Ready? It's all about Mac, by the way. Mac, the KIRO bus driver, Mac Mackinson, was seated where when the bus hit the first car? Joe.
Was it A, in the back, B, on the roof, or C, in the front, leading a chorus of passengers singing the wheels on the bus go round and round?
In the front.
He's in the back, but that's okay. Number 2, when the bus hero, Mac Mackinson, heard the bus smash into the first car, what did he do, Joe?
Did he A, he sang louder and changed the verse to the wheels on the bus go round and round to smash into cars? B, he jumped into the front and ran to the front of the bus? Or C, he lit up some fentanyl?
B, I'm sorry, I did make a little errand while Mac was on the air.
That's okay. That's okay. You got it. You got it. We'll go you 2 for 2 on this one. And finally, the third one, because we're running out of time. Mac, the bus driver hero, what did he do to the driver when he raced to the front of the bus? Joe.
A, he asked for a transfer. B, he poked the bus driver in the eye. Or C, he asked the driver, what the heck are you doing?
He poked him in the eye.
Yeah, you hooked the eye. There you go. Exactly, Tina. Well, a whole box of Bite Me cookies will be coming your way. We'll just keep them away from Nate if that's possible.
I love cookies.
Oatmeal, a raisin, and chocolate chip? Come on, man. Tell the truth.
Yeah, Nate. Come on.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, Tina knows that you ate all the cookies. You ate all the cookies. All right, okay, fine. Tina. Tina, I'm sorry we didn't have more time because I'm sure you have stories that could go on for at least 40 minutes and we'd be calling out a whole bunch of people. Yeah. All right. Well, we hope.
You guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for being who you are, all of you. I love you guys.
Well, thank you, Tina. We'll love you right on back. Look at that. Big circle of love happening. All right. Joe's going to get you all your information. The Tina, tiny tiny says that your cookies are on the way. All right. Hey, be well. Be well. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye, Tina. Bye. There she goes. All right, here comes Nate over there checking traffic. Nathan.
Yes, sir. Home Comfort Alliance has our update. Tequila, we've got this big crash South 5 right before 405. It's blocking 4 left lanes. That leaves 2 right lanes open. And as you can imagine, we've got a bumper-to-bumper backup starting right there at the Boeing Access Road. Seattle to Federal Way up to 45 minutes. That's a 20-minute delay. This is the only backup between Seattle and Federal Way. Westbound 90 midspan, we've still got a disabled vehicle in your right lane. We've got IRT on scene, so this should clear momentarily. Tacoma to Olympia, 50 minutes, 3 to 4 mile bumper-to-bumper backup through JBLM, starting at Thorn Lane. A little more slowing between Lacey and Olympia. South 405 is thick at Southeast 8th through Factoria, Bellevue to Renton at 25 minutes. Here in Seattle, North 5, you're slowing a bit just at the I-90 interchange, and then it gets packed at Mercer to the Ship Canal Bridge. About 20 minutes to get yourself through downtown. South 5 slows just a little bit from the U District into downtown. Seattle to Linwood, we're down to 25 minutes. Bellevue to Linwood, still about 35. Last year was one of the hottest on record. Get efficient heating and cooling with the Home Comfort Alliance heat pump for the price of AC. Don't wait. Visit homecomfortalliance.com. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Don't you just feel better when everything is organized and you know that everything is in its place? You walk in and you open the closet and there it all is. Everything's all lined up. All the storage, it's easy to find everything. You're not worried, like, where did I put this? Where did I put that? That's what happens when Closets by Design comes to your home. As they came to our barn in Cleveland like 6-7 months ago, and I was absolutely amazed. I got to tell you right off the bat, I was skeptical. Nick's like, we've got to get this place organized. I was like, yeah, I'm disorganized. It doesn't bother me. But it bothered her. I said, okay, if you're going to find a closet company, don't just get the first one that pops up on Google. You know which one that is. Find a local company. Find a local company that's been around for a long time, but their family run even better. And she said, I got it. It's Closets by Design. I said, good. Get them in here. Free consultation. Nice lady comes in, completely reorganizes the garage. And then the same thing with the master bedroom and the rest of it. And then she even had a cabinet built in the laundry room. And we didn't pay big prices, 40% off plus 15% off and 18 months financing. These guys are absolutely the best. If you're in the market for closets, there's only one place to call. 1-800-BY-DESIGN. That's 1-800-BY-DESIGN. That's closetsbydesign.com.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
Seattle's new mayor is laying out a big vision.
She offered few specifics.
Engaging conversation.
Has anybody noticed their electric bill? It's diabolical, Ursula.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Streaming everywhere on the KIRO Newsradio app. Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225 or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-777-1225. 777-1225.
I'm here with Wes Jones of sellwithwes.com. And Wes, you were just telling me you think 2026 is going to be a rebound year for the housing market.
That's right. I think we're heading into the best real estate market of the past 4 years. And here's why. If you take a step back and look at the big picture, experts are anticipating a 15% increase in sales volume next year. Interest rates are at near 3-year lows and trending down, and home prices have held near all-time highs. There is a lot of pent-up demand. People have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for their time to jump into the market since 2022, and they need a place to buy.
So, hey, 2026 might be your year. If you're considering selling your home, if you're thinking about moving, but there was something that was just holding you back, now might be a great time. So do this. Go to sellwithwes.com. You can see your home's real value there with Wes's home value calculator. Then schedule an appointment by giving him a call. Sellwithwes.com. Sellwithwes.com. It really just is a better way to sell your home.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, it would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber, connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
There's no championship league for small business owners. But if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation, one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo. The John Curley Show mailbag is brought to you by Advanced Hair Restoration.
Go! Nice, Andrew. Nice. Is Hudson going to sing something? Or no?
Yeah, a little bit. Give us a note or two.
Nice. I'll take that. Okay, fine. We'll get to the letter of the day. First, take care of all the rest. Joe.
Dennis in Seattle says, she's not dumb, but maybe she's a little naive. That's a winning slogan. Did your mom really say that she was middle-class crazy? I'm glad AG's name is back on the board.
There we go. David, the naked mailbox guy, says, Tina rocks.
I concur. Steve on Whidbey Island says, I never paid taxes as a kid, so why start now?
There you are. Andrew, the 509, says, growing up in Burien, that doesn't surprise me. By the way, Burger King was quite a few blocks down the road, so it was quite impressive to have the drive-through experience.
Yes, Rachel C. on You Making Love to the Bucky song. Gross.
Thank you. Gabe from Ellensburg says, I always try to time the flute solo. I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one.
Fernando in Seattle says, before I forget, happy birthday next Friday, Joe. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Tom Mortar Bully says, good afternoon. Tomorrow's his 68th birthday. Hearing you talk about having children reminds me of the 1971 song from the band La Tour. People are having sex.
253 says, thank you, John, for bringing up the Semmelweis story.
Yes.
I love the book, The Cry and the Covenant.
Oh, yeah. Mike in Portland says, I'm laughing so hard my cheeks hurt. Okay.
I think that was at Afro Man.
Oh.
Joel in Tacoma says, I met Afro Man a few years back, and he sent a picture.
And Ivan in Edmond says, you guys should do a song parody, like I was going to learn about Seattle state politics, and then I got high.
Dan and Stanwood, and we didn't get a chance to ask him, but how did Ernie break through the plastic enclosure? I don't ride the bus.
All right. Jeffrey from Des Moines says, Joe, speaking of keeping things moving along, I never heard back from you in January or time since. Let me guess. John was chickened out about meeting up a meal with me about Jocko, just like Taco Trump. Well, wait a minute. We're still doing that, aren't we?
I know. I told him we're going to start in April.
Yeah, okay. Just calm down there, Jeffrey.
Can we skip to
go where you want to go.
To Mac the bus?
Yes, keep
hero?
going.
Okay.
Pages.
Tamara in Tacoma said he needs a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. And Dan Stanwood says, handle on the law.
Yes, and 253 says the law offices of Paul Landry would like to help.
Wow.
And we also got a text that just came in from Dwayne from QFC who says it's been a hell of a day. My oldest boy just had his first child today. I would also like to help Mac the bus guy. And I want to shout out to Aaron Granillo, who handed me some cash, and Andrew handed me some cash, and you sent me some cash. I'm going to meet, so he's staying at a shelter in the International District. I'm going to meet up with him tomorrow morning, hand him all this cash so he can get his phone bill paid and get back into a place where he has a roommate, I think. He's got a place that he usually sleeps. So we're going to get Mac off the streets this weekend, and we're going to get him a lawyer next week.
Yeah, wow, that's great.
Yes.
That's like, Joe thought when you